Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. That's where the echo's from. I have an echo, and I don't know where it's at. Okay, there we go. Perfect. And I don't have my camera on. This is how scattered brained I am today. Aw, thank you, Laka. And good morning, Mads. Good morning, Laka. Chad Wright. Good morning, Pale Hide. Good morning. Let's see if I can get a camera working. I couldn't get the camera working earlier, and then I unplugged it, plugged it back in. It's been a hell of a day. Okay, I think. There we go. We're up. Yes, yes. It's up. Excellent. Okay. Well, there we are. Look at that. Well, good morning, everybody. Sorry about the late start. It's been an interesting day so far. An interesting day. But we're here finally. And hello. I'm even on my last muffin, which makes me sad. Good morning, Cass. Yes, it is new, actually. And look, I even attached it. I even attached the frame to my camera so I could move the whole thing around. I move it down there. I can move it up here. I can put it over there. Put it over there. I gotta get on the YouTube. YouTube side though. And if I want to, I can even go to a chatting screen, but that's just for this is just for Twitch. It doesn't. I don't actually have it set up for this side. I think I have double camera on here too, don't I? Or not? Yes, I do. Sorry, it's really bright right now because I turned on the night vision camera. There we go. All right. Perfect. But yes, I set that up because I was wanting some sort of border around everything. But good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, I guess. Uncle Trevor, Cass, how you doing? Hello, hello. It's been an interesting morning. I had some technical issues this morning. Nothing horrible, just some problems getting things to connect and stuff. It was kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know if the bot's working or not. Oh, there we go. It is working. Look at that. Excellent. There we go. We'll get our sponsorship proudly put up there. W Zappo, how you doing? Hello, hello. But welcome in, everybody. I'm still waking up too, which doesn't help either. Tubes, good morning. Cheers, my friend. Got a little bit of a late start today. I had a few technical issues to deal with on the computer, which made life loads of fun today, so. But yes, and we are continuing the Marvel Strike Force sponsorship we got going on. There's been some issues with Stream Elements lately on them reporting stuff correctly, but it looks like some of that's been squared away, so. I nailed a decent job interview on Thursday. I have a second interview on Monday, and if I do well, I may be back to work by June 9th. Nice! At least you're not trying to wrap your brain around Factorio with the mods, angles, petrochem. I have no idea what that even is. I don't even know what that is, Mads. I have no idea what that is. But I know that Factorio is another one sort of like Dyson Sphere where there's a lot to wrap your brain around. A lot to wrap your brain around on that game, so. Oh. Alright, well, boys and girls, with no further ado, Angles Petrochem is stimulating real-world oil industry. Okay. So it's like, is it like, oh, it's simulating real-world oil industry. Okay, I gotcha. So it's a mod for Factorio, is what you're saying. I don't know anything about Factorio other than the name. I've seen the name a bunch of times. That's about all I know. Alright, well, we are going to get back on our Get to the Chopper challenge, where we are currently in Timberwolf Mountain. We're currently in Timberwolf Mountain. We're doing pretty good. We kind of got it going on, to be honest. We are like Stacy's mom, man. We just took down another bear. We got the bear all meated up out here. The world's kind of our oyster at this moment. We've got a nice moose hide down here. We got lots of stuff in here to repair our gear with. I think all of our gear's in good shape right now, isn't it? Okay, there's a few things I want to leave here because we are actually gonna go over to the forest cave real quick, because I do want to check over at the forest cave and see if there's anything there for us. So we are gonna leave like the heavy hammer here. Pry bar. Oh yeah, and that dang bear despawned and we lost like 3 or 4 arrows to him, which really just was sad. It made me sad, more sad than anything else. Let's put those in there. Don't need the flare. Don't need the charcoal. I got some cattails. I'll take a few more cattails with me just to make it through. Got my water. Don't need the extra toques on me. Or the head wraps, but I can't bring myself to destroy them. Not right now, anyway. Okay, so I do have some wooden coal in there. Okay, but we got our matches on us. Throw that box of matches in there too. Actually, there's one other thing we can throw a couple of in there. There we go. Alright. So we got 13 arrows left, huh? That is horrible. That's enough to annoy me right there. We had like 15, 16 arrows. That bear ate a bunch of them, and then he despawned, and we lost our arrows. And then he respawned, and he didn't have our arrows in it. What are you doing over here? What are you flying around? Oh, there's another wolf over here. I forgot about this little... I forgot about you. I forgot you were here, my friend. I'm sorry. Makes me feel bad. I forgot about the wolf. What is the interval that's set on right now? Hold on a second. I set this timer up for the Marvel Strike Force game, and I don't know what interval I put it on. Oh yeah, 5 minutes. That's way too frequent. There we go. Like every 18 minutes at most. Quick question, just starting Gunloper. Advanced Guns book is good because you can learn more, or bad because you need more time for the same amount of skill. So, the advanced guns, the guns books are a very unique book in the game. If you're trying to get the maximum out of your books, I would wait until you get to gun skill or rifle skill 4 before you read the advanced guns books. Because there's 2 kinds of gun books. There's the 4-hour little pamphlet light book, and then there's the advanced guns book. Now the little 4-hour one, that one's a great one to read before you get to skill level 4. After you reach level 4, though, you can't read the 4-hour books any longer. You can, though, read the 25-hour books. So one trick I'll use is that... Oh, my nose is itching like crazy today. My allergies are kicking up like crazy. Sorry. One trick I'll use is I'll read like 23 of the 24 hours of that book before I get to skill 4. And then after I get to skill 4, I'll read 1 hour and finish the book and get all the skill points for it. You do get more skill points for the book, but I would hold off on reading it till after you get to level 4, because it's the only gun book you can read after level 4. After level 4, those little 4-hour books, it'll say you're too advanced to read. You know, you're too advanced to read any more of this, to learn anything more from this. Does that make sense? So I just hang off on reading that one, or read it, but just don't. I would hang off on finishing it until you get to level 4. Feel free to read the first 23 hours of it or 24 hours of it, because you don't actually receive any benefit until you finish it. Good Lord. Oh.
Damn. I'm freezing.
Oh. I know you're cold, dear. We're gonna go check in the bear's cave here and see if my arrows happen to be in it. I don't know if they are or not, but we'll see. But it's a very unique... It's a very unique, it's a very unique book in that sense, because none of the other skills even have a book that's like that. Have I ever done a rifle skill 5 in Loper? Nah. I don't even know if there's enough books in the game to read to get to skill 5. There might be now, but I've never bothered. That'd be a lot of reading. Because it's not like you can go and you know, go out and shoot a gun and get better skill, right? Can't exactly do that on Interloper. Oh man, I woke up so tired this morning. I don't know why. Yep, there's moose marks right there on the tree. Probably a moose over here. Knowing my luck, because I don't need a moose. Yep, he's right there. He's right. See him over there? Between the trees? Right above my arrow. He's really, really tiny. Figured we'd take out Mr. Wolfie Boy. Shot a little over his head first. I don't know if there'll be anything in these, but... Hey, Pear, good morning. Melissa, good morning as well. How are you today? Hello, Mr. Moose. I don't want to get too close to him. I'm gonna need to take him down, though. Now, the nice thing about the moose over here is that if you can angle it, it's a nice hunting spot for him. Right up on this tree here. And he can't reach you up here.
Can't feel my hands.
And just like that. It's a nice little hunting blind. Now I can go get my birch. Now I can go get my birch. And of course the storm will come in now that we killed the moose, so.
Oh, it's a little cold.
That's the one advantage to him being over here. The thing that sucks about him being over here is that there's no where are you gonna take all of his meat and stuff? I mean, it's not like you can just shut. You know, the closest place to shuttle it back to is all the way over there, which really sucks. I mean, I ain't gonna waste it, but at the same time, it begs the question, what do I do with it? Sure is nice out, though. We could probably get a Maglins fire started to at least harvest them up. But good morning or afternoon, evening to all of you. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me this morning. Although today was trying on my soul already, it's well worth being here for it. We're still going to be cutting off right about noonish my time. And then we'll be going over on the Twitch side. We got some 7 Days to Die. We got some Stellaris later tonight. We got some of our Marvel Strike Force sponsorship. We're going to stream a little bit more of that as well. Just like maybe an hour or so. Nothing fancy. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Oh, he was digging in the snow. I almost felt bad about killing him. He was digging in the snow, just having a good old time. Poor little feller. Never knew what hit him. I just managed to close the door, the hut door, the Mountaineer's hut door into the wall. Did that ever happen to anybody else? I've never had that happen to me. That's weird. So it actually like went all the way. Because usually for me it just goes out or in at like a 90-degree angle to the wall. So you actually got it to go all the way around, huh? Now I had a glitch like that. I had a glitch. There used to be a glitch like that in one of the little lookout towers, where you'd open the door and it'd swing all the way around to the wall when you did that, and it was really hard to close too because you couldn't target it once it had done that.
Wonder if I can drop any
So I have
here.
seen that happen before. You know what we should do? Yes, please. Give me a Maglins fire. Yeah, friend, I've not seen that. I've not seen that happen. That's wild. So happy to catch you live. Yes, we are live, and it's great to have you here, Melissa. Great to have you here. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff planned for today.
I just want to lay down for a bit.
Excited for the day for sure. What's the best channel to post a screenshot on your Discord? For that, I would say probably just put it under like let me look and see. I'm gonna throw a couple reclaimed woods and some stickity boos. There's a couple of long dark channels on there, or long dark places on there. You know, there really isn't a, you know, I need to add that. I need to add a text channel and just call it, long dark screenshots. There, I just added a channel just for you. There you go. Done. The long dark screenshot channel is the best place to put it. What do you think of them apples? Alrighty. Let's see. What's the weather like? That was actually nice. Okay. Shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Oh, whoa, whoa. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, yep. I've done. I've seen that. Not in the Mountaineers hut. I've seen that. I've seen that happen before. Oh, nice job on the meat. I give it A+ for that. The meat is very well done. It pleases the OCD, very much so. We don't even really need a hot fire here since the temperature's only 1 arrow down.
Come on, little fire.
There we go. Nice. Alrighty. Let's harvest them up. Use our hacksaw because it's easier. Really? Really? Hey, I'll be the one. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Saying just killed a bear at Trappers and tried to kill him as close as possible to the cabin. Are the bear and moose you ignored because the shelter is too far? Sometimes I wouldn't even say I ignore them. There's some bear and moose that I will choose to kill. Wow, YouTube is freaking out. There's some that I'll choose to kill. I'll be the one. And then I will just take their hide and run away. Whoa. It's like, whoa, YouTube, what are you doing? Stop freaking out on me. Stop freaking out on me. It's giving me like all these $5. It's like spamming them at the top and I don't know why. is spamming them up there. So yeah, there are sometimes I'll be the one where I will, it's not that I'll ignore I'll still take them, especially the bear. I'll still take it, but I'll just like, I'll not spend any time doing anything with them, if that makes sense. Other than take the hide and run. They're the ones that I go and poach. I call it being a poacher. I'm like, well, I'm gonna poach this deer real quick, or poach this bear. I'm gonna poach it, take it, and run away. Because yes, it's not worth killing it for the meat and stuff. Some of them just aren't. Like this one here is barely worth. It's barely worth getting the meat and the guts for. I mainly wanted a little bit of the meat just so I had something to eat here. But like, honestly, the rest of this meat out here, I'm just gonna leave. I'm never gonna carry it back to the. I know myself. I'm never gonna carry it back to the Mountaineer's hut, and I have plenty of bear meat at the Mountaineer's hut, so I have no need to carry it back there. So I'm gonna go grab my hide, and I'm gonna take my hide, and I'm gonna run it back to the cave over here, and we'll call it good. Yeah, well, it also depends on if you're gonna stay in the zone for much longer. I mean, if I wasn't planning like I am, if I wasn't planning on leaving this zone shortly, if I was planning to spend another, 20, 30 days here, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna gather all this up, I'm gonna bring it over here, I'm gonna, I'll at least harvest it and have it over here, and I'll at least have it like prepared, even if I don't cook it. I'll have it prepared in this cave, that way if I need it, I can come back and get it. But I'm not planning on being here very much longer. And I just have all that bear meat sitting back at the cave, or at the Mountaineer's hut, so I'm like... I mean, there's an argument to be said for doing it anyway, just from a pure standpoint of being that guy, being that player, and not leaving crap behind. At least harvesting it up, maybe not even cooking it, but at least getting it to harvest it. There is an argument for it. But yes, I will leave some behind sometimes. If I'm just like, I just don't have the time. Or a lot of times it'll just be because I don't have the fuel. That'll be a determiner as well. If I'm like super low on fuel and I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I happen to be able to bag a bear, I'll just grab his hide and just run away, because I'll be like, well, I can't cook him up anyway. I'll take his hide and run. I don't even bother quartering him. I just take the hide straight from the corpse and leave. Oh, of course the wind dies down now. Of course the wind now is like, oh, you said you don't want to get the moose. Oh, well, then I'll stop blowing. I'm not gonna keep working if you're just like, oh, I'm not gonna do the moose anyway. Now the wind is making me go, I could go out there. I could drop a bunch of stuff here. I could go out there and get the moose bags and bring them back. Now the wind's making me think about it. See. break that arrow down real quick. Oh, shush-a-bye. Darling. Let me tell you something about being tired. That little sigh only works on me for so long. And after a while, I just learned to ignore it. I learned to go, oh, it's just Astrid being Astrid. She's tired, yes. Can she pull through it? Yes, she can. She can totally pull through it. She's not that tired. She's a little tired, but not that tired. But yeah, Trapper's Cabin Bear and the Trapper's Cabin Moose are two of my favorites because they are... isn't Astrid very much annoying? Yeah, she is, in a lot of ways. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little annoying. The Trapper's Cabin Bear and Moose are really, really, really awesome. They're really awesome. Because you have a great place to like have the hides and guts curing. It's a nice place to have the camp. Oh, really? Really seriously? Really? What can I eat that'll get me below? I can eat that. Can I? Really? Really? Fred with the €5 saying get and cook all that moose meat. Thank you for the €5 there. Thank you for the €5 super chat. Yeah, I'm gonna get. I may not cook it all, friend. I may not cook it all, but I am gonna go ahead and I'm at least gonna get it and harvest it. Yeah, for those of you who've not seen the clip over on Twitch, when we started our As the Dead Sleep challenge, which is up on YouTube right now, the first part of that's up on YouTube. Astrid was being very complainy. She was driving me she was seriously just driving me absolutely insane. We got out of Bleak Inlet. We got to the Forge in Forlorn Muskeg. We went up to the little right above the Forge. There is where the bunker is, and it actually had stuff in it. It was actually full of stuff. And I'm sitting there, and Astrid this whole time just complained, "Oh, I'm so cold. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh my God, it's oh geez. Oh, I just want to lay down. I'm so tired." And then I get in there, and I'm like, "Oh look, wow, look at all this loot." I start picking everything up. I start picking all the stuff. I'm like, "Look at that. We got food. We got clothing. We got all this." And I'm like, "Astrid, you better just not say." And all of a sudden, just right as I'm saying that, she's like, "Oh God, this is all so heavy. I don't know if I can carry it." And I literally just was like, yeah. At that point, I didn't even say a word. I was so pissed at her right at that moment in time. It was like, really? Really? You've just been complaining how cold, tired, hungry you are. I find you a nice warm place to sleep, loaded with food, loaded with clothing, and then she has to sit there and just whine about it. You know, it's like, really? Really? It was crazy. It was nuts. Hey! Somebody just did a thing. Somebody did a thing with Marvel Strike Force. Thank you so much. It looks like, by the way, ex-wife all, yeah, it was my ex-wife all over again. It was shades of my ex-wife, yeah. It's like, can I do anything to make you happy? No. The short answer to that is probably not. Alright, if I drop those 2 cans here, that should put me underweight, because that's a kilo right there between those 2 cans. I didn't even realize those 2 cans were a kilo. Nice bunker, huh? Without a mirror? For a woman? What do you mean you're bringing me into a bunker without a mirror? It's like, hey, baby, I love you no matter what you look like. What, you're saying I'm ugly? No, I'm just saying I love you no matter what. Oh, so what's wrong with my looks then? Guys, you know what I'm talking about. You go down that path, you know you just will not win. That's when you just go, I'm sorry, baby. Ladies, I'm just gonna tell you, whenever your guy says, I'm sorry, baby, all he's saying is, I do not want this hassle and I do not want to be in a fight with you. That's all it means. I mean, yeah, he's not sorry. He's not sorry for the reasons you think. He's sorry because he doesn't want to get in a fight with you. He's sorry that he even brought it up in the first place. He's sorry that he said anything in the first place. Because all it's gonna do is get in a fight with you. He's not saying sorry for the reasons you're saying, is all I'm saying. He is sorry. No, it's not even that he wants you to shut up. It's not that he wants you to shut up, Cass. He just wants to avoid, he's been down that road before. He knows where that argument leads to and where it goes. And he's smart enough to go, I'm gonna head this off in the, I know I'm gonna have to say I'm sorry at some point in this line. I'm gonna do it now and just get it done and out of the way and just cut it off before it gets going. It's just way easier, you know. It's way easier to stop that. So far, Pear, it seems like the progress did go through when I checked this morning. There were more people progressed than there were yesterday. So it appears that they corrected maybe some of it, but not all of it. I don't think. I still have like a ticket with them because it's still not showing that I streamed the entire 2 hours that I need to stream. Not that it's a big deal. I'm going to be streaming some of it later today anyway. But yeah, I think you hitting level 20 did go through because now I have 2 people at level 20. And it sounded like we just got another person at level 5, but it's not showing. See, it's not updating it again. So I'm absolutely baffled by the whole thing. But there is two at level 20 now, so I'm sure you're one of them. It just took a little while. And it was weird because they were saying, in the email they sent back to me, they were saying sometimes it takes up to 48 hours for the it just, you know, it's for it to update on Stream Elements. And I'm like, funny, this is like the 3rd, 4th sponsorship I've done, and it's never taken that long to update. Never. It's never taken that long to update. It's always, you know, it's always 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, you got level 5, Crispy. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always taken, you know, a few minutes, like, you know, 4 or 5 minutes to show they update, but it's never taken that long. Alright. I got level 5 yesterday. Yes, I believe it did. I believe it did, friend. I'm pretty sure it did. I'm still uncertain. I'm still uncertain on it working with emulators. I'm still uncertain on that part, but I think it did go through. I'm pretty sure it did. I'm gonna blindly say yes, it did. But even if it didn't, I appreciate you doing it. So the effort is what counts here. So everybody always kills it on these sponsorships anyway. So it's not like it hurts my feelers one way or the other. I appreciate it all. So I need to turn. Wow, what is the temp in here right now? Wow, it is almost 80 in here. Hold on a second. I gotta go turn my thing a little bit. Hold on. Oh, my brother just messaged me. What did he want? Hold on 1 second, boys and girls. I am bacon. My brother needs help with something and telling him I could do it in a few hours, but he's going over and picking up a stove. Why is he picking up a stove at his ex-wife's house? That's weird. That's weird. You were so excited about being in the stream during the Atheenon sleep run. But you fell asleep. Oh, that's okay. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. We had our ups and downs. Let's put it that way. We had our ups and downs. So. Oops. You signed into the game and something and a pop-up came on stream. I think it just went through. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Stream Elements has been off, and they even admitted that Stream Elements has been that Twitch had done some maintenance thing that like screwed up all the alerts and stuff, which I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Right. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I got deer and wolves in my cave. What the hell is going on around here? Get out of my cave, you nasty wolves. Jeez Louise. Got a deer running in here, then a wolf coming in after him. The wolf's like, I don't care about the deer. The wolf didn't give two craps about the deer. He was just like, okay, yeah, there's a deer. I'll see what happened there. Okay. Let's sleep for an hour. Wow. There we go. Sorry about that. My brother's going and picking up a stove, and I told him, you know, he was like, yeah, I think I might have enough help, but we'll see how it goes. And I told him, well, if he absolutely needs my help, you know, give me a call and I'll bail on you fine folks and go give him a hand. He's my bro. You know, you gotta help out your... If you can't help out your bro, who can you help out, you know? He's my brother. I know he'd do it for me, and he's done it for me before, so... I'd drop anything to go help my brother out. My brother's the one I'm gonna grow old with, so. There we go. Does staying inside Mountaineers account for cold fusion feet for being 100 days outside? I don't know if it does, to be honest. I honestly don't know if it does. The Mountaineer's hut is a very unique place since it counts as both outdoors and indoors at the same time, because you can get cabin fever in the Mountaineer's hut. So I don't know if it counts as an outdoor for the cold fusion feet. I would say probably not. That would be my guess. But there's no way to really track it. There's unlike the I don't think there's a way to track it, is there? Does when you go to the badge here on it before you have it done, does it have like a percentage underneath saying how many days you've spent outside? Because you could try it. You could try, you could play around with it. Yeah, I'd say give it a try. Do it for science. Do it for science, friend. Because I honestly, I'm not sure. My guess is that it probably doesn't. Since you can get cabin fever in it, I have this feeling you can't advance the... I have a feeling you can't advance that feat inside of there. Because the way I look at it is if you can get cabin fever there, you probably can't advance the cold fusion feat. Now, inside a cave like I'm in, whether you're in the back of the cave or the front of the cave, it all counts as outdoors. You can't get cabin fever in a cave, and you can actually lose cabin fever. Even if you're back here in the warm area, you can lose the cabin fever. So, I don't know if it works like a cave though or not. You'd have to give it a try and let us report to us. I'll expect a single space report of no less than 1,000 words on what your findings are, and that's due by Monday, by the way. I'm just kidding. It's actually due by Sunday. There's only 2.6 in there. Nice. Just giving you some homework, you know. Homework is good. Homework makes the world go round. I sure am glad we have this fire going in here. It sounds freaking cold out there. That's a small piece. That's a large piece. I think that's a small piece too, yep. Large piece there. Large piece there. I should have one more small piece in here somewhere. There we go. And I'll have one more small piece in that as well. Oh, there's two more small pieces here. Never mind. Never mind. What's our fire looking like? An hour 40? That fire's gonna last a long time. That fire's gonna last a long, long time. Two very simple reasons. First of all, our fire making skill is pretty damn good. Second of all, it's an outdoor fire, and right now without that fire, it's negative 50 out. Just the air temperature's negative 50. Negative 83 with the wind chill. but it's negative 50 just on the air temperature, which makes the fire last even longer than it does usually. So you add the outdoor bonus, you add the cold bonus, you add the I've got fire making level 4 bonus. We're talking about this fire lasting way longer. So it's 6 hours right now. And hi, Faith, how you doing? So 6 hours and 4 minutes. Let's sleep for an hour and see what happens. I'm just curious. We got 6 hours and 4 minutes on the fire. Remember that. Remember that. Now we have 5. So it basically took a half hour. So the fire is lasting twice as long as advertised. So the fire is lasting twice as long as it says. So we have it. We basically have a 10-hour fire right here. As long as this storm keeps up. Sometimes a storm can be the best thing for you. If you have limited fuel and you want to keep a fire going to stay warm, the colder the storm, the better. As long as you build it in the outdoor part of the cave and not the indoor. Because see, out here, it's 54. And here, it's 49. This is the indoor part. If I stand near the fire, it's going to be 54. But this is the outdoor part of the cave out here. But Faith, good morning, my dear. How are you today? How is it going? Going good. Prom tonight. Big parenting moment. Yes, it is. A son or daughter? Because I've had both, and you have to deal with it a little different. But I hope they have fun at prom no matter what. Son, luckily go with female friend. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Well, kids these days, they don't date anymore anyway. They don't go steady. They're always in the talking stage. They're talking. These kids these days, I tell you, man. Ooh, we are really low on water. I think I'll sleep for an hour and then I'll make some water. Make some water for sure. Yeah, I wasn't going to cook up all the meat and this happened, so it's like, okay, well, I guess we're cooking up the meat. Alright, we're going to eat that, drink down the water, then we'll make some water, and we'll grab a couple hours of sleep while that water boils. It's at 3:49 right now. I'm just curious what... 3:49. So 1:49 is where it should be, but it's 3:49. Well, that should be fun for him, Faith. I'm very happy for you. 3:49, yeah, it took an hour off. It only took an hour off. See, our fire is actually lasting twice as long as it should. Yum. So is this a junior high prom, or is it like a senior prom, or... I personally never went to prom. I could never muster up the courage to ask somebody to go to prom. Just wasn't my thing. I didn't like, social gatherings like that anyway, but I'm not going to pretend I didn't want to go. I wanted to go. I just, I didn't want to go alone. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to play that game. It's a junior prom, only open to juniors, only open to juniors and seniors. Oh, that's cool. Yep, I never went to any of the dances, ever. That's a lie. I went to a dance in 7th grade. And that was the last dance I ever went to. It was so uncomfortable and horrible and horrifying, and I absolutely hated it, and I was like, no, this is not for me. I gave it my try. It's not for me. Look at that, we can jump up on these rocks here. I didn't know you could get up on these rocks. I thought these rocks were unassailable. Interesting. What if we can get up higher? You can get up higher? Yes, we can. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I'm pretty sure there'll be no Journey playing tonight. Oh, well, that's too bad. Then they'd actually have good music. My dad wanted me to wear his suit he wore to the prom in 1949. You know, that actually probably is back in style now, I'll be the one. I mean, let's just be honest about it. All that stuff comes back in style eventually. It's probably back in style again. I have a little bit of birch bark. Get those prepared up. All right, let's see where we stand. We're at 36.36. 36.36, so good news there. I was gonna cook these prepared birch bark teas up real quick. Gotta have all that coffee and herbal tea too. My kid loves retro. I love how everything gets to a point where, you know, it kind of goes through that phase, Faith, where it's not cool, and then it gets to the phase where the not cool is now retro, and it's cool, and it's in again. I love how stuff goes like that. Just sleep for an hour. It is pretty funny how that works. Where sometimes things are out of style and they come back in style, and then the kids are like, "Oh, I don't like that. It's not cool anymore." All right. Well, we're gonna do our standard. Leave a little bit of water here. There we go. Let's get a little sleep. Do you prioritize which skill? Oh, jeez. Thank you for the $5 super chat there saying, do you prioritize which skills you get to level 5? Generally, I try to get archery, cooking. Those are the two I prioritize the most. And I'll do anything to get those up. So I guess if I prioritize any skill in Long Dark, especially in Interloper, it is my cooking skill. My cooking skill is the initial one that I try to get as high as fast as I can. That's why I'll cook every tea, every coffee, you know, all the rose hips, the mushrooms, all that sort of stuff. I'll prioritize that one first. And then and then after that, I'll usually try to prioritize the archery skill, and I'll try to read every book of archery that I can find. I'll try to make extra arrows. I'll basically do anything to get that skill up as high and as quick as I can as well, because it's so valuable. Now, as far as the rest of the skills go, I don't really prioritize fire making, to be honest. I don't really prioritize it per se. I just work on it slowly but surely, and mainly you're just trying to get to level 3, which isn't that hard. Just, you know, sort of like, because really the problem with trying to level up fire making is, okay, you stay with Mr. Deer over there. The thing with fire making is that, you know, unless you have like a torch in a cave and you can just chain light fires, you don't want to just be wasting matches lighting fires willy-nilly. Then as far as like mending goes, I'll try to read some mending books as well as some fishing books, because I don't really, those are just skills that are very slow to level, and so I'll read every mending book I can find to try to get my mending skill up. And then fishing, I don't do a lot of fishing, but if I find a fishing book, I'll put it aside and I'll read it when I have a little bit extra time, just because if I do want to go late game, fishing is kind of important late game. So, but yeah, the carcass harvesting and the fire making, I just kind of let those come as they come. I find that carcass harvesting kind of goes hand in hand with me accelerating my cooking as much as I can, because, you know, I'll be harvesting up a bear or a moose or a deer or a rabbit, you know, or something like that. And one trick you can use with carcass harvesting is, if you want to maximize your skill points out of it, harvest the hide, then a gut, then some meat, and then maybe another gut. If you harvest everything all at once, you get one skill up. If you harvest the hide, you get a skill up. You harvest the gut, you get another skill up. You harvest the meat, you get another skill up. So you could get at minimum like 3 skill ups from one deer if you do the hide, the guts, and the meat in separate harvests. And if you're doing micro harvesting to get your cooking skill up, you're gonna get a harvesting skill up for every micro harvest you do. So for every tiny piece of meat you take, you're gonna get a skill up for it. So it kind of accelerates your carcass harvesting skill, just without you even really trying. It's not like you set out to go, oh, I gotta get carcass harvesting to 5. I mean, carcass harvesting at 5 is nice because you can now harvest a frozen corpse with your bare hands, which is really good. But those are the ones I mainly prioritize. Cooking first, then archery, mending, then fishing, and then carcass harvesting, fire making. I just kind of let those, you know, I let those come as they come. I don't really like try to push them or anything. And I find it works out pretty good for me. I think on this run I had cooking 5 on day 48, 49, something like that. I finished Tails. It was pretty cool. Dragging a battery from PB to Milton was a drag.
Too cold.
I see what you did there. Yes, see, and it's funny, Lassel, because I have found a battery in Milton every single time that I've done it. Every single time I've done Tails, since it came out, I've always found a battery right there in Milton, in one of the cars. I guess I must have just incredibly good luck, what some people would call streamer luck, and everybody else just has bad luck with it or something. I don't know. It's really weird. And it's usually on that main street there. It's like down. It's usually on that main street down by the is further towards the gas station that I find it. Just a battery in one of the cars. You did the same, but from Forsaken Airfield. Well, and there's usually a battery in there's usually a battery there in whatchamacallit. The whatchamacallit zone in Broken Railroad. I usually have found one in Broken Railroad. Not all the time, but usually.
It's dusk.
Bippity bop. Bye-bye.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yes, it is, my dear. Yes, it is, Astrid. It is getting mighty heavy. Thank you for the play-by-play, by the way. I appreciate that very much. Are you ready to see how much birch and maple I have? If anybody ever asks you, where should I go to get birch and maple? All you have to tell them is go to Ash Canyon. We came here with just a couple of birch when we first came to this zone. When we first came to Timberwolf Mountain, we had a couple of birch on us. We now have 35 cured birch, 6 maples. We've got 6 more birch curing over there right now. So in total, we have approximately, what, 41 birch? 41 birch, and we also have 6, we also have some arrowheads over, or some, we also have a few arrow shafts over here, too. So, yes, Ash Canyon's really good for birch. We came out of there with, I think, over 30 birch just from that one zone. Just from the one zone. Oh, I have another arrow there, too, that I need to make up. I'll get 2 feathers off of that broken arrow that I have. So let's get that real quick done. There we go. We'll make 1 more arrow. Oh, I didn't want to put that down. I didn't want to put that down. I wanted to use that. I was thinking about it, but I didn't actually utilize it. Thinking about it, but I didn't actually utilize it there. Oh, by the way, boys and girls, smash that like button on the stream. Smash that like button if you're in here. Those likes help get us a little further up in the algorithm, which always helps everything. You know? The algorithm's not kind, but it can be manipulated a little bit. It can be wrangled and manipulated. I'm actually gonna bust that apart. I don't know if I want to do it here though. Actually, do I have some? I do have some. I'm gonna take that, and that, and that. Nope, and that. How much oil is in this lantern? Because we aren't using lanterns for the oil. Oh, there's only 0.36. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the small. We're gonna put the small little one. You can manipulate the oil where it goes. Gonna do that. Since with this challenge we need to take 50 liters of fluid to Forsaken Airfield, we're not using any lanterns. All right, so that filled one up. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I'm just finding a few activities I can do here before we go to sleep. I can sharpen up my knife a couple of times. That should be good. Boop-a-boop. Let's see. Oh, and my hatchet needs some sharpening too. It's getting a little bit on the lowish side. The hatchet got low. Nope, I don't want to sharpen it again. All right, let's grab a little bit of food here. That's a tiny little piece. That doesn't even barely fill me up. That's because that was a half-eaten piece right there. All right, let's get some sleep. grab our drink. This run's going pretty good, boys and girls. We finally got our flare shells, which is the most important thing. The sad thing is, as usual, I've got more stuff in this zone than I know what to do with. I've got bear hides, moose hides. I mean, just if I took everything in here, I have 70 kilos on me.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much
Yeah,
longer.
no crap, darling. I took it all as an example, okay? I wasn't expecting you to carry it all, dear. I mean, I could make a moose hide coat. It's not like I don't have the time.
I'll do anything for a drink right now.
Oh, Astrid. Oh, Astrid, I see why you're single. Is that just too mean? Is that being too mean to Astrid? Is that just being way too mean to Astrid? It probably is. It probably is. Okay. Probably being way too mean to her. Or maybe it's being too nice, I don't know. Yum yum. I mean, we have all the stuff we need. I've got a moose hide coat here. I have the moose hides here. I might as well make up the coat and just get it done. The nice thing is, with this being an outdoor area, unless there's a blizzard or a fog storm, we should be able to keep crafting into the night. Yeah. That's the glory of this place. That's why I was like, I might as well take advantage of it, because I can craft until I'm tired. Or unless a storm hits. If a storm hits, we're screwed. See, we can just craft all day, all night. Sounds like a storm's gonna hit here soon, but that's okay. Also, Lessel, congratulations on finishing Tails. Congratulations on finishing Tails. That's awesome. All right. Well, boys and girls, it's time. Remember the time I ripped up a Mackinac jacket. Oh, what a crime. Should be put in long dark jail for that. Remember that time that chat went, no! Alright, let's see what we don't need on us right now. Jeez Louise, man, we have just so much freaking stuff. I mean, it's made of this. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 kilos just in hides and saplings and stuff. Not the Mackinac. I needed the cloth, baby. I needed the cloth. I don't know what to tell you. I needed the cloth. I'm a man of the cloth, and I needed the cloth. God, I hate leaving hides behind. Oh God, look, we got all these bear hides up here. I'm almost thinking of leaving some of the deer hides here. And a few of the rabbit hides. And I gotta take the birch and the maple with me, though. The birch and the maple have to come. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take. I gotta take all those. I gotta take all my feathers. I'm gonna leave the metal here. Let's fix this toolkit real quick. Do I need the heavy hammer? That is a question. Oh wow, I just lost a whole bunch of health for fixing that thing. I was thirsty. I was thirsty the whole time. Gosh dang it. Should have drank something. Oh, I was gonna say, do I need to make a fire, make more water? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. There's some water. There's some water around here somewhere. I can't remember where. There's some water around here somewhere. Okay, I think I will indeed leave the heavy hammer here. Just don't need it. As much as I like the toolkit, it's heavy, and I'm just gonna leave it here. We'll find other toolkits. Not to worry. Okay, I can break down these torches. That's good. Watching the Atheenon sleep, in my word, I've never seen you be more annoyed before. Oh, it just annoys me. It's a very it's super stressful for me. For me, I know for some people, like, they're like, Interloper is super stressful for them. It's how I feel as stressed out by As the Dead Sleep as most people feel about Interloper. Because it's way outside my comfort zone. But yes, yeah. Especially at Atheenon. Well, especially with that wolf glitch at the beginning. Where the wolf just, I was just, everything was copacetic. The wolves were staying away. They were scared of the fire. They'd come up and growl, and then I just passed time for like 5 seconds to get that water boiled and get warmed up because I was gonna move on, and that wolf got me and took me for like over 20% of my health in one shot. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? That just set my tone right there. It's just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And then Astrid complaining about everything under the sun. Even when I find her a nice big cache of stuff, all she can do is sit there and complain that now she has to. Now everything's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's too heavy now. It's too heavy. It's just like, oh my God, Astrid, shut up. Oh my God, Astrid. You spent 2 days in Mountaineers and Cold Fusion's not progressed a single percentage. I had a feeling it probably wasn't going to. I had a feeling it probably wasn't. I didn't want to dash your hopes and tell you absolutely positively it wasn't going to, but I had a feeling it wasn't going to. Yeah, well, Beastie, now the thing is, Beastie, I'm looking forward now. We're past that initial hump, Yes, things could go horribly wrong for us still, but we're past the initial hump of As the Dead Sleep. The first 2 days in As the Dead Sleep are probably some of the most stressful you'll ever see. It's just stressful because there's so many variables, there's so many unknowns, and you know you're gonna lose health. in those first couple of days. It's just almost unavoidable. You know you're gonna lose some, and then to have like an incident happen with the wolves like it did, that just is kind of like, really, seriously. I mean, if that was any other game, I'd be like, oh well, you know, we got hit by the wolves. You know, it kind of sucks that it glitched through the fire, but you know, we'll get the health back. We'll sleep tonight and get it back. No big deal. That's like a quarter of our health just gone. We're up to that point. I had actually done a pretty good job, I think, up to that point of managing like my health and staying warm and doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do. And then that happened. I was just like, oh man. And then I find that cache of stuff, and all she can do is be like, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. Oh my god, it's so heavy, Atheenon. I just don't know if I can carry it all. It's like, really, dear? Really, my dear? You're gonna pull this on me right now? Seriously? Yeah, Astrid definitely can get on my last nerve. I should have followed my heart and chose Will. Chose Will to be my Pokemon, because Astrid does get a little on my nerve after a while. Especially when things aren't going good. I know everybody complains about Will's heavy breathing, but I will take his heavy 5-pack a day breathing any day over her incessant nagging of how cold she is, how tired she is, how hungry she is, how much she has to carry. It's like, oh my god. It's like, Astrid, I'm filing for divorce, my dear. Filing for divorce. Okay. So, we are going to... Wow, it is really storming out there, isn't it? Well, she doesn't breathe as heavily as Will. I'll grant you that. Her breathing's not as bad as Will's is. Okay, it's a little chilly outside. Luckily for us, we're now rocking a 26-degree warmth bonus, so it feels like 9 degrees in here, which is great. As you can see, it gets really cold in here. Really cold. It's actually even still getting colder right now. Negative 18 inside here right now. Yeah, negative 18. I'm sure it's way colder outside. Yeah, it's negative 80 outside right now. That's pretty chilly. That's pretty chilly. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is find a spot here. I drop my sticks. I'm drop like most of the coal. Need someone to go around patch the roof? I know. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? We need the housing improvement update. All right, so we're down to 51. So that's good. That's good. So I'm gonna make myself. I don't do this a lot. I'm gonna make myself a note. Wait a second, what day are we on? 149? Day 150. Dear Diary. There we go. Yes, I can type, okay? Hey, MLP, how you doing? So, Dear Diary, today was a horrible weather day outside. The storm blew and blew, but I kept busy with making arrow shafts and such. I'll be leaving tomorrow morning for Pleasant Valley, and if I do ever return, there is some hides and guts here, as well as wood, a heavy hammer, and a very nice toolkit. Plus, there's a mess of meat outside the Mountaineer's hut, as well as moose meat in the Dwarf's cave. There we go. Now we gave ourselves a little love note, so we know things for later on. English is hard, but typing is easy. I learned long ago how to type. I took a typing class in school, boys and girls. I did. Hey, Sean, how you doing? It is the long note. It is the long note. I think I figured out the Mountaineer's hut door swing. Open it from the outside, then go inside and close it from the left side from the workbench. Okay. So, open it from the outside. Hold on a second. So, open it from the outside. So do this, okay. And then close it from this side. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's funny. That is funny, yep. Yeah, because usually when I go in this way, I usually just stop here and close it, but yeah, if you close it from this side, it pulls it into the wall. Luckily, you can make it go all the way around. The secret door spin, hoo-ha-ha! Well, thank you, friend, for sharing that with us. That is awesome. Kids nowadays don't know how to type. Well, they don't know how to. They know how to. They know how to do this and shorten words. They don't know actually. But see, half the time, and I'm guilty of this too. But half the time when you're sending a text, it tries to guess what word you're making and put it into the text. And I'm as guilty as anybody else of using that. Like, you know, if I'm spelling absolutely, I can put ABSU and then I can just hit absolutely because that's what I'm trying to actually put into the text. And I'm just as guilty as anybody else of using that. I mean, it's there, but I think a lot of the younger generation kind of, I would say, over relies on that function. And you ask them how to actually spell words, and they're like, I have no idea. I mean, and this is coming from, I'm a bad speller, okay? I failed spelling in school. I'm not a good speller. I do not phonetically hear words. I'm a sight reader. I know what words are supposed to look like, and I know how to correspond the way they look to the sounds that they're supposed to be making. And that's about it. Like I said, I'm not a smart man. I can figure stuff out, but I'm not a smart man, so. Okay, those are almost done. That is beautiful. How many arrow shafts do I have? 40. Got 40 arrow shafts right now. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I still have 22 cured birch. You realize that's 66 arrow shafts right there. You realize I have over 100 arrow shafts worth of wood on me right now. 100. Over 100. And that's just from Ash Canyon and Timberwolf Mountain. And I got another 6 curing right behind me. There's another 12 right there. I'll have about 120 arrow shafts by the time I leave this place. It's lovely. When we get back to the Carter Hydro Dam, we'll have tons of arrow shafts. I'm just gonna craft up arrow shafts. I'll need to fix my knife up here at some point. It's the only downside is my knife's taking damage from this, but it's using up some of the day. It's making us tired. It's making and arrow shafts, just for reference, arrow shafts weigh less than the birch they were made from. So if I take my arrow shafts here, oh wow, I can't put those in there. Okay. At least they did last time I checked. So many arrows, not even a single one would be loose. Probably. So I have... Where's my 3 arrow shafts? 0.15 there. And this is 0.2. So it's not like you're... I mean, it's not like you're saving a lot. But, I mean, when you're talking 40 birch, you know, it adds up. I mean, it does. It's not like we're saving a ton of weight, but it does add up over time. So, you know, if you're looking to pass time and do something, you might as well, you gotta prepare them eventually anyway, right? You gotta prepare all these arrow shafts anyhow. You might as well do it. Get it done. And then you don't have to worry about it later. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not. No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I think she's hilarious. She's a funny gal. A funny gal, my Astrid. She likes to take those little pokes at me. You know what we could do? I could eat down these peaches. I've been avoiding it. I don't know why. I could eat these peaches down and get myself my energy back. Okay. Let's sharpen our knife up. And we do have a sponsorship still going on, boys and girls. We go in all the way through Wednesday afternoon. If you reach level 5, if you use that QR code up there or the one in the link that's in chat to download the game onto your mobile device, your tablet, whatever that is, it will, and you get to level 5, it'll register you as doing that, and I will get credit for you playing it for that long. If you do choose to get to level 20, it does take a little bit longer. I think currently on my game, let's see, where am I at? I think currently on my game, I'm level 28. I've been enjoying it. I'm level 28, and I just got Gamora and Silver Surfer and who else did I get? Somebody that I really liked. Who else did I get? Oh, yeah. I got Nebula. Oh, I got Magic. Yes. The ex-girl, Magic. She spells it with a K. And she's pretty cool, too. But yeah, I now have 16 characters now. I got 16 characters. And I'm level 29. It's been fun. I've had fun with this sponsorship. I mean, other than the frustrating part of Stream Elements not working like it was supposed to, I've had fun with it. Stream Elements has been screwing up a lot lately. The message they sent me, because I sent them a message and they kind of responded back by basically saying, well, sometimes the stuff doesn't show up right away. And I responded back, well, I'm having a problem with Stream Elements in general. And they were like, well, the loyalty points was addressed and fixed, and a fix has been rolled out. Bot commands, they've issued an interim fix while the maintenance is going on. Twitch has notified us of maintenance that happened on the 25th, which is why we've had irregularities with it. Which I don't know. Gordon, how you doing? Good morning, good morning. Aster is a prime example of why men never listen in general. Oh, I don't listen to her at all. I just ignore her most of the time. I'm just like, no. No. Well, this is a fun day. Dear Diary. Day 2 of waking up to a blizzard. Will the cold... Cough? No, I need D. Ever end? I'm gonna try to keep busy in the hut till the blizzard passes. Passes. Then make a run for Valley. Should be an interesting day for sure. But my last day, Timberwolf Mountain for a long while. There we go. Nice. We're journaling. We're making a journal. Don't judge me. My character's bored. Alright, let's grab our cured birch. Cured deer hides done. Probably take at least one of these bear hides with me. Probably not that one because it's got all the guts underneath it. Really? Really? You gotta be all Storm and Norman out there, don't you? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's all I can say is wow. Wow. Guess we can make some more arrow shafts up. Not like we don't have enough birch, right? Oh, I think the storm passing? No, it's not. Well, we'll putter around the Mountaineer's hut a little longer. Probably gonna get cabin fever here. Probably gonna get cabin fever here. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, storm is finally cleared up, I think. Okay, it's just snow falling. All right. We're at 52.95. Not too bad. Not too bad. There's 53. And this will make us 54. Oh, and there's all these guts underneath here, aren't there? Shh. 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 Astrid, you know the rules, my dear. You know the rules, Astrid. I hate this wood all scattered out here. So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it in the hatch. There we go. I'll leave an accelerant here too. Why not? And a flare. I was kind of looking for stuff I don't need on me. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have plenty of those. Nah, I'm gonna keep those on me. I may need them. We got our flare shells, though, at least. That's good. Okay, we got plenty of hides, plenty of guts. We still have 16. 16 birch that we need to break down. And that's in addition to the 79 arrow shafts I'm carrying. Yes, that's right. 79 arrow shafts. I mean, we could even just make a forge run. Good morning! Oh, everybody. We could make a forge run and make a whole bunch of arrows. Arrow tips. I guess we could do that. And just make a ton of arrows. Would be interesting for sure. I wonder what 100 arrows would look like if you had those on you. Like actually being able to see the number 100 down there. That would be pretty wild, wouldn't it? That'd be a lot of feathers, though. We're talking 300 feathers. Bonus challenge. Bring 100 arrows to the chopper. You know how many? That's 300 feathers, though. I mean, right now I have 51 feathers. I'm just like a sixth of the way there. I'm not even close. I'd have to find so many more feathers. So many more feathers. I'd have to like set up like a feather farm. I'd have to like find a place I can kill like 7 or 8 wolves and just like let them all sit and just gather feathers from them every other day. That would be a lot. I think that would actually be harder to do from the feather standpoint than the arrowhead and arrow shaft standpoint. Isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy? It's not that I'd be held back by not having enough arrow shafts. It's just I'd be like, I can't find enough feathers for all these. At least not all at once anyway. Because the main thing you do in this game, feather-wise, is that you recycle your feathers. Because for every broken arrow, you get 2 feathers back. So every time you break an arrow, you get a couple feathers back. Now, a little trick that some people don't know about is if you have a low-condition arrow and you want to get the maximum stuff out of it, if you break it down before it breaks, you get all 3 feathers back and the arrowhead. So basically, all you need is 1 more shaft and you're ready to go. You can just remake the arrow to 100%. Because the broken arrows only give you the 2 feathers. An arrow, if you break it down, gives you 3. So you can sort of play with a little bit. If you're running low on feathers, if you're having a hard time finding a good supply of feathers, you can use that trick to just kind of recycle your arrows and not have to find other feathers to make up for the loss of that 1 feather every time you break it down. Because that's one of the reasons I love bow and arrow so much in this game, is that the ammo, as long as you have birch, the ammunition is virtually, it's impossible to ever run out. I mean, I'm carrying over 100 arrow shafts worth of material on me right now. That's not including anything I left back in Carter Hydro Dam. This is just what I found in Ash Canyon and in Timberwolf Mountain. That's all from here. It's over 100 arrows. I could probably not pick up another birch for the rest of this game and live for 700-800 days and never need to use anything but the ones I have on me right now. It's just you don't use your arrows as often. In the beginning of the game, you're firing your arrows at everything, at rabbits, at wolves, at deer, at bears, at moose. As the game goes on, your hunting becomes very much more selective. And you avoid things when you can. It's like, oh, I'm not going to shoot at this wolf. He's just following me. I don't care. Or it's like, oh, I see a bear over there. Oh, I got plenty of food. I'm just going to... I got 5 hides curing. I don't need them right now. Or you see a couple of deer and you're like, oh, well, I've got 7 or 8 hides. I don't really... I mean, I guess I could get them for a hide and a little bit of meat, but... And you're also generally, once you get your arrow skill up, it's only taking 1 shot to kill most things. You aren't having to hit them with 4 or 5 arrows to bring them down. Now, the moose remains the moose. He's going to be a 3 to 4 arrow kill every time. That's just how the moose is. I mean, you can kill him in 1 shot, don't get me wrong. But generally, it'll take a few shots before he goes down. Like, I think the moose we killed here was, what, 4 shots? I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, then we got him on the 4th. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where you just don't use your arrows up as fast later in the game, which is nice. I mean, we have enough birch and maple on us right now to last us pretty much the entirety of this run. I mean, I'm not going to stop picking it up, don't get me wrong. If I see a birch, it's going in my pocket. It's going in my technical backpack, so to speak. So it'd be 15 kilos worth of arrows for 100? Wow. Wow. Because, yeah, the arrows are what? The arrows themselves are... Yeah, they're 0.15, so yeah, 15 kilos. Oh my god. That's like carrying a car battery worth of arrows. That would be carrying a car battery's worth of arrows. Weren't they talking about adding a quiver into the game? That you could put in an accessory slot that would lessen the weight of arrows, or was that something we were hoping they'd put in the game? I think that's something we were hoping they'd put in the game. Or did they actually talk about that? I can never, oh, is the battery only 10 kilo? I thought a battery was 15. I thought a battery was 15 for some reason. I don't carry batteries around with me very often. Yes, we wanted that. Okay, we were talking about that. Where it would make it so once you fired an arrow, it would take less time to reload as well. It would like almost be an instant reload. It'd be like an instant reload, which would be so freaking awesome. Oh, there's my distress pistol.
With this much gear.
Oh, look at us. Look at us. Oh, yeah. We got the pistol now, my friends. We got the pistol. I honestly don't like what they did in here. I mean, I understand it, I guess. I just don't like what they did in here. It kind of annoys me a little bit. Kind of annoys me a little bit. I wish they just left this bunker alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you guys night vision so you guys can see in here a little bit better. I can't see in here any better, but you guys can see a little bit better in here. What time of day is it? Oh, it's like midday. Let's just sleep for an hour. Oh, friend, you're saying a car battery is 15 kilos? I don't know. I have no idea. You guys fight it out. Boy, I have no idea. I haven't had to carry a car battery around for a little while, so all I know is it's bloody freaking heavy. It's bloody freaking heavy. They're no fun to carry around. Let's just put it that way. They're no fun to carry around. They used to be fun to carry around. It used to be a car battery weighed 1/4 kilo. And if you could get one to pop into your backpack, it was so fun. Ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Trevor and Friend are going at it. Let's get ready to rumble. But yeah, it used to be that if you got a car battery out of a car, and say it was back then you couldn't put them in your you couldn't put it in your backpack, but if you picked it up on yourself like this and you just carried it, you could carry it all the way to a zone line. You would want to put it down every once in a while, because if you accidentally dropped it or something, it would respawn back where it started at. But if you did that and you could walk through a zone line with the battery on your cursor or on your little, mouse button, whatever you want to call it, it would pop into your backpack. When you got to the next zone, it would just automatically go into your backpack. And you could actually take it out of your backpack and put it inside a house or something like that. But it only weighed 1/4 kilo back then. So you could gather 5-6 batteries up in your backpack. Say go to Pleasant Valley. Really? You could go to Pleasant Valley and you could zone out of Pleasant Valley into the Winding River Cave and pop a battery into your backpack. And you could do that, and you could have like 4 or 5 batteries in your backpack. I actually did a run one time where we tried to gather as many batteries as we could at the Carter Hydro Dam. I think we had like 10 or 12 batteries that we finally got there before I died. But it was pretty fun. We were actually trying to trying to bring power back to the Carter Hydro Dam. Now that would be a little bit harder of a challenge since the batteries weigh so goddamn much. Which I get. I mean, they had to make the batteries way more. They didn't want to make them. They didn't want to make it too easy. Hey, Mr. Wabbit, how you doing? I'm not here for you guys. I'm not here for you, Wascally Wabbit. Grab the backpack stuff here, and then we're gonna head into the Mystic Falls Picnic area cave over here. You know what happens in this cave. What happens in the cave stays in the cave, boys and girls. Just telling you straight up. We don't talk about it. Did I grab my matches up there, or did I leave them? I left my matches up. No, I grabbed all the matches. Okay. I was like, did I leave my... I was thinking, did I leave my matches up in Timberwolf Mountain? That sucked. That would suck. So what we're gonna do... grab a couple stickity-boos. Start a little fire. Actually, you know what? Let's go into this next room and start a fire. Next room usually has a little fireplace in it. Now, this is one place you can always come on Interloper to try to find a bedroll. I'm not gonna say you're gonna find one here all the time, but sometimes there'll be one by this fire here, which we're gonna light here real quick. Sometimes there'll be one here by the fire, and sometimes it'll be behind the waterfall down the way here. We're gonna check in both spots and just see. What does this guy say?
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. You can do it, little fire. I know you can. I believe in you, little fire. I love how these guys always are like, ooh, your credit score is so good. I'm like, no, I could care less. All right. Yeah, that started that good. I don't even know what a good credit score is. What is a good credit score, boys and girls, in your opinion? What's a good credit score? I'm just curious where I stack up. Where do I stack up against it all? Hey, Nora, good morning. It's like 700 good, 500 good, 300 good, 7.7. I thought it was in hundreds. I thought credit scores were in hundreds. Is 1,000 good? I mean, I think 100% credit score would be good, right? Depends on the country. Oh, okay. Let's talk. Let's talk about the country that matters because it's the one I live in.
This pack is getting too big.
U.S. is max is at 800. Oh, okay. Well, that's the one I was worried about. Around 700's good. Okay.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Yeah, I don't. You know, other than my car loan, Mads, I like have no credit. I mean, you know, I have a prepaid PayPal card. I have my, you know, my debit card for my bank, but it's not like I have, you know, I don't have like any. I have no revolving credit lines at all. Period. I refuse to have them. I got myself in big trouble back in the 90s. And I vowed never to do it again. Is that a bedroll? Is that a bedroll? Oh, yeah, baby. Woo, woo. We got our second bedroll right here. I think it goes higher than 800 because a friend of mine has 870 or something like that. And we is whoa. Yes, we got a second pair. We got our second pair. We have a full set now, boys and girls. We got our second pair of wool socks on day 150. That's going in the journal. That's going in the journal.
Barely.
Plus, we're giving Astrid her weekly shower. See, she's standing here under the water. She's getting all nice and wet. Oh, yeah, she took a nice shower there. It's nature's shower, boys and girls. It's nature's shower. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Well, my credit score is just a little over 700 now. Not that I'm going to do anything with it, but, you know. It's kind of funny because for a long time my credit score was really low because the company I worked for, I had a card. I had a card with, you know, I had a they had 3 revolving lines of credit that they utilized to buy their merchandise with. And I think between the 3 revolving lines of credit, it was somewhere in it was right about $250,000 of revolving credit that the company had, and I wasn't like the primary on the cards, but I was attached to the cards because I utilized them to purchase products and stuff, and so I had to be attached to them in some way, and just because I was attached to them, it affected my credit score. So for the longest time, my credit score was like in the 500s. And then once I stopped working for that company, my credit score jumped by like 200 points in like less than a month. Because it's funny. It's not, a credit score is not about how much credit you have. It's about how much outstanding debt you have. The more outstanding debt you have, the better they like you. If you literally pay off your credit card every single month, if you spend 10 grand on your credit card every month, and you pay it off every single month. Pay it off. You never carry a balance on it. You will have a lower credit score than somebody who spends 10 grand every month, spends 10 grand in a year, and only pays it off at $100 a month. You'll have a lower credit score than somebody who does that. How does that make any sense? I think credit scores are a bunch of bullcrap. They're an absolute bunch of bullcrap. I like what Dave Ramsey says about it. Credit scores should be called I love debt scores, because that's what they're based on. How much do you love being in debt? And that's what they're all about. It's not about if you have the ability to pay it off. It's not about if you have the ability to actually like use it and pay it off every month. They don't want you to use it and pay it off every month because they don't make any money. It's all a conspiracy, I tell you. It's a conspiracy. C-O-N-S-spiracy. We got a lot of weight on us, boys and girls. All right, let's head towards the exit, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna leave behind. The base FICO scores range from 300 to 850. Good credit scores between 670 and 739 within that range. Oh, well, mine's a good credit score. It's probably because I have my car. Probably because my car debt. Probably because I owe money on my car, which is fine. I mean, I wanted to have a newer car, and I mean, I didn't get a new car, but I got a 2015, and it's not got tons of miles on it. So I owe a little bit of money on my car, and that's fine. I like driving. I like driving around, doing stuff. Speaking of driving, just to let everybody know, starting in June, I'm still going to be streaming here on YouTube Saturday and Sunday mornings. One of those days, though, and I haven't decided which one yet, one of those days in the afternoon, I'm probably going to either curtail or completely not stream on one of those afternoons on Twitch. I'm just financially, I need to focus a little bit on my side hustles. As far as driving, doing some gig economy work. And so starting this next month, I'm going to be pulling back a little bit from as much stream time as I've been doing, which I don't want to do, but it's just facts of reality. I need to, make sure that I have some savings saved up, and I've sort of burnt through a lot of my savings at this point. And so I need to have a little bit of savings saved up and be able to pay my rent and phone and electric bill and all that sort of stuff. So I am going to be pulling back a little bit from the streaming, not much. And so I will be pulling back a little bit from that. But I'll be updating the schedule. But as far as here on YouTube, Saturday, Sunday mornings, I'm still going to do it. And then probably one of those days in the afternoon, evening, I'm going to go out and drive for Uber, or Lyft, DoorDash, that sort of stuff, and just make a day of it. Because weekends are really good days for the gig economy work, and I want to make sure that I take advantage of it if I can. So, and then during the week, I'm going to be cutting back a little bit, hours here and there. I do have a couple things coming up. Hold on one sec. I got a trip at the end of June down to the Redwoods with my family, and then in July my brother's getting married at the end of the month down at the beach, so I'll be traveling down there to that as well. So, few little things going on. I was wondering why you weren't showing in that other place. Well, I'm over here Saturday and Sunday mornings, wait and see. So I'll be updating everything as it goes along. I'm not talking that I'm going to be like going 2 hours a day on streams, we're still gonna have, you know, pretty full days of streams. I mean, there's gonna be some days that are longer, some days that are a little shorter, maybe 5 or 6 hours. So streaming is still my main thing. It's just I need to also concentrate on some other things as well. So they're going to get married down at Hug Point. You probably know where that's at. We're gonna get married down at Hug Point down there. Wait and see. There we go. Make myself a little note what I found today. Perfect. Great place 2 miles north of Arcadia Beach. Very picturesque. Yes, it is. Oh, but it's funny too. Wait and see. I went into I haven't been over to the McLaughlin store over here in ages. I didn't know Dan started working there. You know, Dan who used to be with Republic. I didn't know he'd started working there. I saw him and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I started working. They stole me away from A&S." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Okay. Yeah, I didn't know he'd start working over there, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, my bro's gonna get married here. Him and his girlfriend, they've been together for like 10 years, 8 years, 9 years, something like that. They've been together a long time. Long time they've been together. Yeah, I know you can't. We got 55.95. Let's eat some food. We're gonna figure out what we can drop here. Because we gotta drop under a kilo, which means we can eat and drink. And then we can drop a few things. I don't have a lot of extra water on me, but we can probably drop some sticks would be my guess, yes. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, there's the exit. The sun is not quite up yet, so do we need to sharpen any tools? No. Oh, I found a blue flare as well. Interesting. And now we've got 2 bedrolls. Huzzah! Huzzah! We got 2 bedrolls. That's awesome news. Okay, so we got our torch. We got our food. God, I've got all these extra pieces of clothing, too, that are just like, ugh. But we did find our second wool socks, so now we have the full kit. We got double wool socks, double underwear. We got our new combat pants. We got our hockey jersey and our thin wool sweater. Yeah, I was surprised that the socks were only at like 40% on day 150. It's crazy they were only that low. Ever since Mr. Takeover got those places, things have picked up in sales. He was also getting burned out on the distant sales commutes. Yeah, well, I mean, Costco's been courting them big time, wait and see, because you know, they lost all that business. And so Costco's been, I guess, like going after him now, trying to get him to come back. At least that's what Dan was saying, so I thought that was kind of humorous. It's like, well, you know, they kind of burn their bridge at there at some point probably. So, wow, I think there's an actual aurora outside. I'm kind of curious. Oh yeah, there's an aurora out here. Wow, look at that sky. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, snap-a-doo. Dude. Dude, I was out here enjoying myself. Buddy. These guys always freak me out. Out here enjoying myself in the weather. Yeah, I don't even, I wait and see. I went into the store over there. I don't even recognize it anymore. It looks like every other convenience mart now. It does. I was just kind of like, oh, well, this definitely is what it looks like when Kurt's not running it. Definitely what it looks like when he ain't running the place. Turns into a completely different place. I would love if I could get a pelt and it would be different. Oh, Kurt already knows. Him or Joe, the new guy. I don't care about Joe. I have no loyalty to him. No, Kurt's already, he's seen him. He's seen the places since Joe took over. I mean, I think Joe's done the right thing. He needs to make it more... He needs to make it more convenience story because he needs to make the money. And unfortunately, as much as I like Kurt, some of the way he was running things I didn't quite agree with. But it was his business, so I wasn't going to say nothing. You know.
Oh, so cold.
I could interject here and there, but it's like, you know, ultimately it was his business. So it's like, well, it's his decision how he wants to run things. Did I not I did not grab my bear pelt, did I? He kind of scares me, especially when I used to run his parcel to Forest Grove. What, who do you mean wait and see? Joe or Kurt? Not sure he... Oh, Joe? Joe doesn't scare me. Joe could not understand why I didn't want to work for him. Joe just did not get it. He did not get it. Well, what just happened right there? Hi, Atheenon. I've just seen 5 things streaking across the sky in close formation that were definitely not planes. If the UK is no more, it was nice knowing you. Why did that get auto-modded? That's weird. It might have been the -3 symbol thing. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Euphoria. Sorry it did that to you. That's so weird. Yeah, Joe could not... Wait and see. Joe could not understand why I did not want to come work for him. And I was like... I've been doing this for 16 years, first of all. And I'm turning 53 this year. And I want to get out anyway. And you're basically going to pay me less than half what I'm making right now. And it's not only going to be a pay cut, but a demotion. So why would I even care? Why would I want to do that? And I think he understood that. I think he just thought I'd have no choice. And I was like, well, no, I'm gonna start live streaming full time. It's what I've been wanting to do for a while. And I'm old enough that I can get to the point where I can, you know, maybe retire here soon or something, you know. So this is sort of my early retirement package for myself. This is my early retirement gift to myself. Because technically, at this point, I'm pretty much semi-retired. I mean, I'm not fully retired, but I'm semi-retired at this point. I mean, you know, streaming, as long as it can provide. I mean, I'm not, you know, if streaming ever made me rich, yeah, you know, I'd be like, woohoo, it's awesome, you know. But if streaming and doing my little side stuff, doing the sponsorships, if I can at least pay my bills, keep my head above water, not go into debt, you know, that's all. I just want to be comfortable. I'm not looking to kill the fat hog here or anything. I'm just looking to be comfortable and you know, be able to make enough to keep my career going with this and enjoy it and have fun with it, and you know, bring some content here to YouTube and to Twitch, and I've been having a lot of fun with the shorts lately. That's been kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the shorts I've put up here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, but it's been pretty fun doing those. No one knows what they were in the sky on the news. Really? Another spray? And I'm wearing my frickin', I do not understand this game some days. And I'm wearing my frickin' anti-sprain. So it's like, why am I even wearing these? There's no point. I might as well get an extra degree of warmth out of it. Might as well get an extra degree of warmth. Why am I wearing anti-sprain when it doesn't work? When it doesn't work, what is the point? But hi, Euphoria. It's good to have you here. Today, boys and girls, after we get done here in about an hour and 15 minutes or so, we'll be heading over to Twitch. I'll be taking about a 5-minute break, getting myself a sandwich, getting another drink, going to the restroom real quick, and then we'll be back on Twitch. We're going to play some 7 Days to Die. We just, as of yesterday, we played 7 Days to Die through day 28. So we hit our third Horde night, which was awesome. No, fourth Horde night. No, third. Third Horde night, which was awesome. It went really well. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. And then we'll be picking up tonight where we left, or today where we left off with that. We'll be playing that for a few hours. Then we're going to do a little bit of our sponsorship. Link is up above in that QR code, or it's in chat. You can put, if the QR code up there is too small, you can open up the message up above that's pinned to the top that has the QR code in it. If you download the Marvel Strike Force with that QR code, play it just to level 5, that's awesome. We need like 4 or 5 more people to get to level 5, and we'll reach another goal there. And then if we get people to level 20, that's the other goal. So level 5 and level 20. Level 20, I will tell you, it takes a couple of days. If you're just kind of doing your thing, it takes a couple of days. You got to finish some of the milestones and do some of the daily quests, because those really give you the XP bonus. You get a lot of XP for finishing up the daily quests. So if you do those, you'll get to be able to get to level 20 very quickly on the second day. The first day takes a little while, but we'll play that for a little bit this afternoon, just like an hour. And then we'll be doing some Stellaris tonight. We're going to pick back up on our Penthulian Union run that we're doing. It's getting to the point where we may have to go to war. We have an economy that's not doing great. We're doing good militarily. We're doing pretty decent as far as like expansion goes, and scientifically we're doing pretty good. But our economy's a little poor, and we got some neighbors that are a little. Our neighbors are a little. Stellaris, we'll be doing that at about. Let's see, noon, 4. About 4 my time, which will be about 7 Eastern. About 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern. We'll be picking up on our Stellaris run. I usually do Stellaris on Tuesdays. Friend. Usually Tuesday afternoons is when I generally do my Stellaris run. But I've been having a blast. If you want to go check out some fun stuff, go check out my previous Omnican Replicator run. We played a Gestalt Consciousness machine run, which was a total blast. It's all up on YouTube. You can check it out. The first 3 episodes of the Penthulian Union run with the new new Galactic Paragon update is up here on YouTube as well. It's in about just a little over 5 hours from now. I'll be doing it. But those are both up here on YouTube as well. All 3 episodes so far are all up on YouTube. You can watch it from the beginning. If you like it, and I'm very new, friend, at Stellaris. I'm not an expert player on Stellaris at all. So a lot of stuff I am learning on the go. And I learned a lot playing the Omnican replicators. I was playing a Gestalt. They were a machine mind. They had a machine hive mind. So it's not like they had problems with amenities or, consumer goods or anything like that, which was kind of nice. Now the Penthulian Union, they are an avian bird race, and they do have problems with consumer goods and amenities and food and stuff like that. The Omnian Replicators, oh man, they were, holy crap. The Omnian Replicators was so much fun. So much fun. Tried to play, it takes forever, and then I gave up for a few months. When I came back, it changed dramatically a few times. Yes, they do put out a lot of, it is a game they update a lot. And honestly, the newest update is really good. The update they just came out with, where is the body here? Oh, there it is. They just came out with the Galactic Paragon update, which added a whole new a twist to how it added 2 new traditions for the tradition tree, and it added an actual council to your world. You actually now have a council of you actually have a council that rules your planets and gives you bonuses and levels up and stuff. And you can actually get galactic paragons, which are basically, they're members of other races who are attracted to your ethics and your worlds, and they come and they offer their services to you, and you can get them by them discovering you. You can also get them by doing there's certain sites that you can dig in, certain archaeological sites and certain events that you'll run into, where it will give you an option to incorporate them into your world as well. Like one of them is I have one Galactic Paragon right now that is a machine AI that was part of an event cycle that I went through, and at the end of that event cycle, I had the option of bringing them into my my empire, or trashing them and just getting a bunch of resources from them really quick. And I'm so glad I brought them into my empire, because I had no idea what was going to happen. And they're going to be an immortal scientist leader in my empire, which is just awesome. So yeah, Galactic Paragons is really good. They did a lot of cool updates with it, or a lot of cool tweaks and changes. And even if you don't buy Galactic Paragons, the base game got a huge overhaul on a lot of things as well too. So Stellaris is a really great game. It takes a lot to get into. The learning curve on it is one of the steepest learning curves I've ever come up against, honestly. It is one of the steepest learning curves I've ever come up against. It's pretty crazy. There's so much to learn, and the fun thing about the Omnian Replicators, if you do decide to go watch that series, oh man, it gets exciting. It has thrills, it has chills, it has its highs and its lows. It's the first time I ever started a federation. I was like, I'm gonna start a federation. I'm gonna do a federation. I partnered up with this neighbor of mine. Like, we partnered up I think maybe 40 years into the game, our Federation went all the way to the end of the game. By the end of the game, half the galaxy was in our Federation. The crisis emerged, and we went smack. We smacked them down in like 2 seconds. I flew over there. I was like, nah. Our Federation fleet had over 300,000 power in it at one point. It was insane. It was insane how powerful our Federation became. And you can't do that every game, but it was fun to do it. It was a lot of fun to do it. I think that run also, I think in the that run as well, I had like 8 or 9 vassals in that run. People just kept coming and pledging their I didn't even, there were a few that I asked to be my vassals, but generally people just kept coming and asking to be my vassal. They were like, we can't do this anymore. You're strong. Could you please take us under your wing? And I was like, oh, okay. Alrighty. Give me some stuff and we'll do it. But yeah, no, I've been having a lot of fun with Stellaris. I gotta thank Hadrian for turning me on to Stellaris. Hadrian's the man. Hadrian was like, dude, you're gonna like this game. I'm just telling you. I was like, oh man, it's so much. There's so much to it. He's like, no. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. And I'll also go check out Hadrian here on YouTube if you want to. You want to watch some higher level Stellaris play. Go check out Hadrian because he is mwah, chef's kiss. He knows his stuff. I don't know, Nora, if you could link Hadrian's channel into chat, but that'd be awesome if you could. But Hadrian is the man. But yeah, the Omnian Replicator series is here on YouTube. It's a really good series. I had a lot of fun doing it, a lot of fun playing it. I'm having fun with the new Penthulian Union. Both of them are races that I created myself. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having just a blast with them both. There we go. We'll get some sleep. But yes, in about 5 hours today, friend, we'll be over on Twitch and we'll be doing some Stellaris this afternoon. So
I can barely walk with this much gear.
And then, like I said, usually I do it on Tuesdays, in the afternoon hour, like 3 Eastern, which would be like, you know, an hour from now. Okay, we got a lot of clothes. A lot of clothes to break down. Let's break these down. Let's break it down. Break it down. We're gonna break it down. Might as well make some more water while we're here. There's never such a thing as too much water. And the thing I'll tell you, friend, is, like I said, I'm not a very experienced player. So generally, I play on speed 1. I don't really advance it to speed 2 or 3 very often. So I play it on speed 1, especially early game, and I read everything. I read like everything early game. Early game, I'm reading a lot. I'm pausing a lot. I'm kind of coordinating all the stuff. I like to play it slower, just so I kind of get fully vested into the game, instead of just going, oh, it's another one of those. Oh, it's another one of these. It's another one of these. Which you know, it's fun for me because I like to get invested into the story and figure out what's going on. Because every time you play, there's a little bit of a different story with the game. Like my machine race, they started on a they started on a world that was an orbital ring around a world. It wasn't even they didn't even start on a world. It was an orbital ring that they lived on, and they were like the remnants of a race that had destroyed themselves. Was sort of their backstory, and so I gave them a little bit of backstory with that, and so that's why they started on an orbital ring. Now the Penthulian Union run that I'm doing right now, they are a life-seeded race. So they start on a Gaia world. They start on the best world you can get in the game. But the downside of that is that their habitability on all other worlds is really super low. They don't adapt to any other world except for Gaia worlds. Gaia worlds are all that they like. And so for them, expanding out onto other worlds is really hard and it's really slow, because most worlds are like 30% habitable at best, which makes your pop growth slow, which makes the happiness harder to keep up, which makes everything slower. So so I take as many habitability and adaptability type things as I can to get them to be able to get into those other worlds quicker. So on my current run, I don't have a really good habitability or anything, which has made it very, very interesting. All right, we're 54.58 kilos. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on a whole tangent of Stellaris. I just love the game. I love the game. I can't deny that I've been loving the game. It's been a lot of fun, and I highly encourage people, if you've never played it before, if you've been interested but it scared you, yes, the game is scary. It is very, very scary to pick up Stellaris and start. It's very scary to pick it up and start with it, because there's a lot going on. It's a very heady game where there's a lot of stuff happening all at once that you got to keep track of. But as long as you play it on speed 1, take your time, you can make it through. It's not gonna be too bad. All right. I need to drop that. I keep forgetting. Keep forgetting to do that. Sorry, I did not sleep very well last night. Keep forgetting to do that. All the rest of these are cured though, right? Yes, and those are all cured. Yes. I play it on pause in advance when I know I don't have anything to do. Yeah. Oh yeah. When you're first starting out in Stellaris, you want to pause all the time. You want to pause. You want to make sure you use that pause button a lot, because it'll really help you as you're going along, because there's a lot that'll happen, just boom 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 really quick. You'll get all these alerts popping up and it's like, holy crap. What's going on? Even on speed 1, you get tons of alerts popping up all the time, and it gets a little nuts after a while. Okay. God, I'm not very tired. That's the only thing that's kind of making me sad, is I'm not really tired. I guess I can just pass some time. I don't have any books to read. I don't have any tools to sharpen. I've got nothing to like utilize my time in any other way. I have no clothes to mend. I have no clothes to destroy. There's an aurora outside. Of course there is. Alright, we're tired enough now that we can sleep till morning. Finally found the story. Seems a squadron of U.S. bombers doing a waypoint stop nearby there. They said there were 2 bombers in theirs, but I think there are way more than that. So what you're saying?
Looks like I made it through another night.
We did make it through another night. We did, my dear. There we go. Just a little journaling. Just a little journaling. All right, let's get out of here. Get to the farmhouse, boys and girls. Let's go. Time to move. Let's get to it. But yeah, friend, they do update Stellaris quite often. I mean, they just came out with First Contact. When I started playing the Omnian Replicators, it was with the First Contact update. And then they almost immediately came out with Galactic Paragons like a month later. Like, holy crap! That's a lot of updates that close together. A lot of updates. Actually, I think I've already been... Hold on a second. When I came up here, did I go Skeeter's Ridge? Yeah, I went Skeeter's Ridge and the basement. Never mind. Typical squadron formation, aircraft flying within 15-20 feet of each other. Oh, those guys can pull off some very, very crazy stuff. They can pull off such close maneuvers. It's absolutely insane how close those guys can get. I mean, just go to an air show.
Did I say I hate being told?
Yes, you have many times, my dear. Sorry, I had a text I needed to look at it at. Oh, whoa, whoa. Da, 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 do. Whoa. Valhalla calling me. So what's the determination there? Do we have aliens that are landing in UK right now or not? That'd be kind of cool if the aliens landed in the UK. I mean, they do that in Doctor Who all the time, so why should real life not mimic it? They probably see how the Doctor handles them, and they're like, "Oh man, we better not land there. The Doctor's gonna take us to task." Wouldn't it be hilarious if the reason aliens never have contacted us is because of the show Doctor Who? They're like, oh God, there's a Time Lord, and we don't know what a Time Lord is, but he always defeats the aliens that attack Earth. Earth always overcomes. They're like, we better not attack Earth because it's protected. I was always dubious of Matt Smith in the beginning, as I am of all doctors when they first take over the role. And then the end of that episode where he just steps up to the aliens and he's like, what happened? You are not the first race to come here. What happened to all those other races? And it just like, or what happened to all those other species? And it just flicks through all the different doctors, like you know, looking at all the doctors that took down the Cybermen and the Daleks and everything else. And he then like steps through the little camera. He's like, "Hello, I'm the doctor. In other words, run. And they're like, oh, we're out of here. Oh, the doctors. Some of the writing is so good in that series. David Tennant in the library. And Silence in the library. Where it's like, we're in the biggest library in the world. Look me up. and then the shadows just like retreat. Like, oh, okay. We see who you are. Yeah, we'll back off just a little bit. God, Doctor Who was so good. Doctor Who was so amazing. This is so damn good for so long. How do you screw up Doctor Who? I mean, even looking back on Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker, I now look back, you know, at the time I was like, God, these kind of suck. I don't like these very much. Now I look back on them and I'm like, damn, I wish we'd have more of this. I wish we had more of Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy episodes. Peter McGann. Take some of the books and turn them into shows now. Back when people could actually write. Actually, back when they actually wrote good stories. Be nice. It would be nice. I almost half expected to come across this ridge and see a bear sitting over here going, hey, buddy. Oh, I've been a Doctor Who fan, Euphoria, since the 80s. There used to be, so BBC used to license out Doctor Who to public broadcasting here in the States. And it used to be on at 6 o'clock in the evening, Monday through Friday. It was on 6 o'clock in the evening for half an hour, which was great, except the downside was that it coincided with the 6 o'clock news that my dad wanted to watch. So I had to set up my VCR. I had to set up the VCR to record Doctor Who. Oh, have we not been in here? Have we? Okay, I've not been to the farmhouse. Okay. Wow. So I had to set up the VCR to tape Doctor Who while my dad watched the 6 o'clock news. Walter Cronkite and then Dan Rather. You know, so I had to set that up to watch it. So I have all my tapes. I don't know where they're at, but I got all my tapes around here somewhere. My video tapes of Doctor Who. The Tom Baker year, they used to do the Tom Baker ones. They'd run through the whole thing. John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davidson, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy. They'd run through all the seasons, just back to back to back to back, and then they'd start all over again. And I love Doctor Who. I was so happy when my dad got a new television because I got the old TV on the little rollaway cart. I got the old TV, and I could watch Doctor Who in my bedroom. You know, when at 6 o'clock. You know, I could watch it when it was on. And oh man, I loved it. They actually, that was back in the days when public broadcasting, they actually had like their little telethons where they would ask for, you know, they'd ask for, you know, people to support the channel. Oh, Tom Baker's totally my favorite. Tom Baker's my first Doctor. Your first Doctor is always your favorite Doctor. The Doctor that gets you into the series will always be your favorite, and Tom Baker will always be my favorite Doctor. Tom Baker. I mean, come on. Even David Tennant took a lot of his acting cues on how the Doctor was from Tom Baker. I mean, you know, Tom Baker is the pinnacle Doctor in my view. Just the mix of levity and gravity and gravitas that he brought to the character is so good. It was just so good, and he just to me he is the Doctor. He will always be the Doctor, and all others pale beside him. David Tennant probably is the closest that we'll ever get to him in my mind. David Tennant was amazing though. David Tennant acts his ass off in whatever he's in. I have not seen anything that I've been like, David Tennant was okay in that. David Tennant is an amazing actor. He's an amazing actor and he's amazing talent. And he just acts his ass off in whatever he's in. So you know, that just he just is up there. And honestly, Christopher Eccleston is I think very underrated as the Doctor. Without Christopher Eccleston, the Doctor would have never come back. I mean, he made it possible for the Doctor to even come back as a character. He breathed new life into the whole franchise. You know, and that's largely in part in part to, you know, the writers as well. I mean, you know, Russell T Davies, Stephen Moffat, those guys, you know, bringing it back, because they actually love the show. That's what happens when you have a writing team that adores the product, adores the actual franchise that they're writing for, and they just want to make it good. They don't have an outside agenda outside of we are super uber fans of this series and we love it. I mean, that's why despite Peter Capaldi's scripts sucking ass, Peter Capaldi is amazing as the Doctor. I thought his run of the Doctor was not that great, and that wasn't so much him as it was just the script writing was awful, and the scripts were just awful that he had to work with, but he did the best he could with what he had, and he pulled it off. And I love Peter Capaldi as an actor. I mean, he'd been in Doctor Who before. He was in the Fires of Pompeii episode. He'd been in one other episode as well. But you know, and again, Peter Capaldi, huge fan of Doctor Who. And then they hired Jodie Whittaker, who before she played the Doctor, never watched an episode of Doctor Who. Didn't care about Doctor Who. Didn't love Doctor Who. Chris Chibnall wanted to drastically change Doctor Who, which he did. And so we just pretend that, you know, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor never happened. It was a bad fever dream that the Doctor had while the Master was torturing him or something. And it was just a bad fever dream. And the Doctor, you know, technically shouldn't regenerate past 13 lives, so technically Matt Smith is kind of the last. And I just leave it at that. David Tennant was great. Matt Smith was great. Matt Smith actually didn't know much about the Doctor when he started. I mean, he became really good though. See, the difference is Matt Smith, even though he didn't know much about the Doctor when he started, there's been interviews I've seen with him where he's talked about how he went back and watched a bunch of other Doctor Who. He went back and watched the source material, figured out what the Doctor was about, figured out, you know, how he wanted to make his Doctor, you know, because every person who portrays the Doctor brings a bit of a different personality to the Doctor, which is what it's always charming about it, because they're the same person, but they all have different little personality traits, personality quirks, and that sort of stuff. And so it's always important for them to reference the previous Doctor's material, use it as a baseline, but give it their own twist. The thing that I found frustrating with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor is they just should have called it The Lady Time Lord Goes into Space and Has Some Adventures. I mean, it had nothing to do with Doctor Who ever. It had nothing, I mean, just watching it, I was just like, this isn't Doctor Who. This is not the Doctor. This is not the Doctor I've known, and it had nothing to do with her being a gal. It's just that she didn't care. And the writers didn't care. And the writers wanted to put their own spin on it. And it's like, no, you don't do that to a franchise that has lasted for over 60 years has lasted for 60 years because of what it is. And all you have to do is look at the ratings. All you have to do is look at the ratings. Friend, have a good one. We'll see you later. Just look at the ratings. If you don't believe me, look at the ratings. At the height of Doctor Who, when David Tennant and Matt Smith were doing it, Doctor Who was huge here in the U.S. Millions of U.S. viewers were tuning in every week to see Doctor Who and see what was going on in it. And it was the same in the UK. Once the writers decided to do their own thing, and even during, you know, Capaldi's years, the ratings started to drop. And then when Jodie Whittaker took over, nobody cared in the U.S. anymore, period. The U.S. market just fell off a cliff. It went down to a few hundred thousand. It had worse ratings than Batwoman here in the U.S. And Batwoman was horrible. And in the U.K., the ratings just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped. Had a few little spikes here and there, but in general, the ratings just went through the floor as well. That's how you take a franchise that was beloved by millions and reduce it to a niche thing again, which is fine. I mean, I hope they found their niche. I hope they're happy. They may, they found their niche. It's not me. I will remember the Doctor Who stuff from ages ago that I actually loved and enjoyed, and I'll keep my nostalgia. I keep my nostalgia alive with it because I love Doctor Who. I will never not love Doctor Who. Doctor Who is my #1 favorite sci-fi show of all time, irregardless of what they've done to it recently. It doesn't erase 60 years of history. Since 1963, Doctor Who has been going on. It doesn't erase all that. It makes me go, I don't care about the new stuff, but it doesn't erase everything that came before either. There used to be matches in here. Now there's not. Got a whetstone, though. That's kind of nice. So, it's a cautionary tale. Hope that your niche thing that has a very nerdy audience, hope that it never gets popular. Hope that it stays very niche and it never gets popular. Because once it does, it'll morph into this thing that you just don't even recognize most of the time. Because once it gets popular, and let's be honest, it's not even so much the activists or anything like that. It's that once it gets popular, the corporations start getting involved, and they just look at dollar signs. They're like, well, this made a bunch of money. Let's try doing this and make a bunch more money. You know, they just look at it as a cash cow that they can try to milk for everything they can get from it, instead of trying to be caretakers of the said beloved item, and they just kind of ruin it because they aren't good stewards of what they have. They look at it, like I said, they look at it as a easy money type thing. And for that to happen, they need it to hit certain benchmarks, make a certain amount of money, make a certain revenue stream. It becomes very corporatized. And we've seen that happen with Star Wars. We've seen that happen with the Marvel Universe. We've seen that happen with Doctor Who. We've seen that happen with so many things over the years. Star Trek, Star Wars, all those franchises have been gobbled up and turned into sort of monsters of what we used to know. Thank God it's never happened to Farscape. Thank God it looks like Babylon 5 dodged the bullet. And God bless Straczynski for wanting to do a Babylon 5 remake. God bless him for wanting to do it. Please don't. Please, just don't. No. Just please don't. Alright, we got a little bit of a problem. We got a cabin fever risk coming on. And I say it's a little bit of a problem because that's exactly what it is. It's a little bit of a problem. It's not a big problem. It's just a little problem. You just posted a clip of the air show experience over my house in Discord. Nice. Yeah, my mom's been listening to the air. My mom lives out in Hillsborough, so she's been listening to the air show a lot. A lot. We need to go grab some sticks. So yes, I would say to anybody who has a beloved franchise, just hope it never gains a level of popularity where it becomes cool to like it. Because it'll probably get bought up by a big corporation, and the three-headed beast it becomes, you'll just be like, what is this? You'll like it for a little while. But the problem with corporations owning things is corporations tend to listen to a vocal minority and change things for a vocal minority, and generally it's a vocal minority that is not the paying customer fan base that they think it is. They tend to, it's weird, they tend to think that the vocal minority that talks on Twitter about what they want in movies and what they want in entertainment are actually people who are going out and purchasing stuff. They are not. I got news for you. I'm like Ice Cube or Ice T or whatever his name was. I got news for you. They aren't the ones buying the stuff. They haven't been buying it ever. They probably wish that they could just go to the movie. They probably wish they could pirate a copy of the movie to watch it for free. If we're being completely honest. That's the same crowd. That's like, well, everything should be for free. We shouldn't have to pay for movies or pay for entertainment. It's the same crowd. But that's the ones that they're listening to because they think that's the majority audience, you know. They think that's who they should be listening to. And it's like, no. I got news for you. You shouldn't be listening to them. They don't know what they're talking about. And the sad thing is like, especially with fandoms like that, is for a long while I was very angry about how Star Wars was going, how, Doctor Who was going. I was very angry about it. Because I was just like, how can they do this to the thing I love? It's like, it just pissed me off. It was like, you jerks. You took the thing I loved and you just turned it into this monstrosity that I just can't stand. How can you do this to me? And then after a while, you become apathetic. You're like, I have my memories, I'll keep those, and you can take all the rest. I just don't care anymore. And the problem is, once somebody becomes apathetic, there's no amount of like backtracking or there's no amount of me starting to care again. If they got they announced they were going to get David Tennant as the Doctor again, and I was like, okay, you're going to have him in a couple episodes to try to placate people who are upset about this, and that's supposed to somehow like make me happy or something? What do you want, a cookie? You want a cookie for doing what you should have done all along? You don't deserve a cookie. You don't get a cookie. So this is what you do in the snow shelter here. They want cookies and hot chocolate, exactly. You don't deserve a cookie and hot chocolate. And that's the danger that I don't think a lot of these execs realize, is that once that core audience, the ones that are like the die-hard fans, that buy the t-shirts, go to the conventions, spend money on autographs, spend money on personal appearances, buy the DVDs and the iron box sets, or the steel case sets, and the special edition anniversary editions. Once those people become apathetic on your product, you're done. You're done. Those people, once they become apathetic, they're gonna take their dollars, and they're never gonna say anything either. I think that's the thing they don't understand, is that most of the people, like myself, I've never left a comment. I've never, left an angry tweet about it or anything. I just took my money and went somewhere else and spent it on other things. I just walked away. I utilized the greatest superpower you can have, and I just walked away from it. I was like, well, I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And they're seeing it. Disneyland just closed down a $1 billion hotel because they could not get enough Star Wars fans to come stay there. How do you F that up? How do you screw up Star Wars, a Star Wars themed hotel? How does that happen? How can you screw up that bad and still have a job? I mean, if it was me, I would have Han Solo, Princess Leia, Darth Vader, and stormtroopers walking around that place 24/7. I mean, taking photo ops with people, get somebody who looks a lot like Leia or Luke or whatever. To stay at the Star Wars Hotel was over $6,000 for a weekend if you had a family of 4. It was like $6,000 for a 48-hour period. And you were locked in the hotel while it was going on. Why would anybody do that? Well, it's because they can't admit that The Last Jedi and the new Rey movies are a flop, and nobody cares about them. They can't grasp that reality. They can't take the L and just deal with it. They have to be right. They're Disney. They have to be right. I mean, they have to be right. This is the same company that never put Luke, Leia, and Han Solo on the same screen in the follow-up movies to Star Wars. The 3 of them were never on the same screen at the same time. How stupid are you? How stupid are you? Well, I'd even argue, tell me the whole plot of Rogue One. I can recite off the whole plot of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi down to small little details. The only thing I can remember about Rogue One was Darth Vader kicked butt at the end of it. And it was actually a good Darth Vader scene. The rest of it was pretty unmemorable to me. And Solo lost money. And Mandalorian's being replaced in his own show by Bo-Katan. Mando is now being sidelined in his own show by Bo-Katan. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's the only reason they did good. The thing is though that the funny thing is you don't see him rushing to put out more material though. You don't see him rushing to put out more more stuff. Oh yeah, when they did that in the Euphoria, I remember that moment distinctly in the theater. When they did that, I literally just I out loud, I was so pissed. And when I was so pissed when they did that in the theater. I said out loud, I almost yelled it, but I was very loud. I was like, F this movie. I was so pissed. I was so freaking pissed. It was just like, oh, jeez Louise. Yeah, I was not a very happy camper. Not a very happy camper there. I mean, I know Harrison Ford wanted out of Star Wars. Harrison Ford has never been a Star Wars fan. He's never been a Star Wars fan. I mean, and I get that. I mean, yeah, but you also have to realize, out of Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher, out of the three of them, who had the better post Star Wars career out of the three of them? Just objectively looking at it objectively, who had the best career out of the three of them? And so for him, Star Wars is not as big of a defining, like, thing for him as it is for the others. Because really, I mean, you know, Mark Hamill, yeah, you know, he did the Joker voice and stuff like that. But name 5 great movies that Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher have been in since Star Wars. I mean, you can name a dozen that Harrison Ford's been in. I mean, he's been in so many good movies. I mean, except for, you know, the new Indiana Jones one, which I heard is going to be a horrific, gigantic, again, Indiana Jones, there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies. The last one being the greatest with Sean Connery in it. There's only 3 Indiana Jones movies, so. I burnt those, didn't I? Nope, I did not. Thank God. I almost burned those. But yeah, I mean, you know, Harrison Ford, you know, he actually had a career after Star Wars. He actually, like, did a lot of movies. I mean, gosh, look at Air Force One. What was the Witness? God, that was a great movie. Was it The Witness? The one where he was the husband who was accused of murder. Tommy Lee Jones was in that one. Was it The Witness? God, I get those all mixed up. Loved him in Air Force One, though. Blade Runner. I mean, he played tons of different genres, tons of different roles. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Let's sharpen that axe up a little bit. Fugitive, thank you. A fugitive. Thank you, God. I was like, racking my brain. He was like, witness. I kept thinking he witnessed his wife's murder. I kept thinking he witnessed his wife's murder. Was it called The Witness? No, The Fugitive. Want you to search every doghouse, outhouse, farmhouse. Tommy Lee was great in that movie, too. I'm innocent. I don't care. I don't care. He jumped. Oh, so good. Blade Runner was so good. Oh my God. I remember when Blade Runner came out. I actually loved Blade Runner when it came out. It was like, oh my God, what a interesting freaking movie. I mean, I was blown away. It was just so, it was so different. It was just such a different look and different feel to so many other things that were out there at the time. It was a different bent on sci-fi and the whole genre. Actually, I think I have a little bit of fire left out here, don't I? I need to move, though. I have no food left at this point. I got 2 hours left. Yes, indeed. Is there a wolfie over here? Excuse me. Excuse me. Wildlife? Is anybody hanging around? Hanging out? I need a little help. Excuse me, Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to speak to you about your extended warranty, sir. I'd like to speak to you about that extended warranty. Oh, did I miss you? Gosh dang it. Dag nabbit. Excuse me, Mr. Wolf. Your extended warranty is expiring soon? And he runs away again. He doesn't want to talk to me about his extended warranty. That much is clear. He's like, no! Go away, I hate you! Alright, well, we need to make our way to Desolation Point. And so I think we'll do that by going through the cave to Coastal Highway. Which means we're going to leave a bunch of stuff here. This is where we're going to leave a bunch of stuff. Excuse me again. I slept very poorly last night. I got sleep. I just was up and down all night long. Oh my god. Just up and down all night long. I don't know why even. It was so annoying. Oh, actually I got that water boiling out here. Let's get that real quick. Might as well take some torches. So yeah, this is a great place. If you do start getting cabin fever, you can just come out here, make a fire in this grill. It'll never be blown out. You can make a snow shelter right beside it like I did. You can sleep out here, take it easy out here, do a little cooking, get rid of your cabin fever risk. You know, if you go back inside too quickly, of course it's not going to get rid of it all. But if you go back inside too quickly, you know, you should be okay. I'll break down some of these sticks. I'm curious to see what the temp is in here once our fire dies. The fire's still going. I'm going to keep like maybe 3 good torches, because we'll need those to get through the cave between Coastal and Pleasant Valley. Fire's still going? Really? Okay, it's cooling down now. It's like, really? It's 25 degrees in here? What the heck? Wow, we still haven't got rid of our cabin fever. We must have spent a lot of time inside. Nah, actually, I'm going to keep that 4th torch. Never mind. Let's purify our water real quick. We got those 4 liters of water that's not purified, so we'll do those. The good news is, on the entertainment front, the good news is that the pushback has started. Companies are losing money big time. Disney has gone off a freaking cliff, and they can only sustain that for so long. And they know that. And so they're going to have to course correct, and I just have a feeling when they course correct, it's almost going to be too much. But they're going to have to course correct at some point, because at the end of the day, they do need to make some money. They do need to make some money at the end of the day. They can't keep losing money forever and expect their shareholders to be, like, cool with it. Because their shareholders will eventually not be cool with it anymore. Their shareholders will be like, yeah, guys, we need to make some cash. We need to make a little bit of cash over here, my friends. Alright, I am running low on the foods. So tomorrow we definitely need to go hunting. Okay, we actually are cold in here right now. Which when we sleep with this, it should warm it. That'll warm us up. I'm gonna see if we can spend the night out here. I'm just gonna sleep a couple hours at a time. We don't need to sleep for health. So we're just gonna sleep a couple hours at a time. See what the temperature goes like. We're you know, it's -3. We're just gonna do 2 hours at a time. As long as you're warm, completely warm before you sleep. If you sleep for 2 hours, even if it gets cold right when you go to sleep, you won't freeze to death in the middle of the night. So you can do a couple hours at a time, and right now our sleeping bag's actually keeping us perfectly warm all the way through. So we might as well do it. Which is just fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now, it will get a lot colder come morning. Because at the morning is when it cools off the most. Hey, look at that. I actually got chat overlay done. I have a little note here that says chat overlay. It was just to get this. You won't see it because it was just to get this where it could be a just chatting screen for overlay for YouTube for Twitch. And I finally did it. Okay, so let's just pass some time in our bedroll. Oh yeah, see, it's starting to get cold now that the sun's coming up. It's only -1 though, so that's not too bad. I haven't got one done for YouTube. No, I haven't got one done for YouTube. I did it for Twitch, and it has the Twitch chat on it, but I haven't got one actually for YouTube yet. The YouTube overlays are up and going, but yeah, I haven't actually done the one for like chat. I do not want to turn on my I don't want to get my. There we go. And today we go hunting. We have to. We got wood on us, right? Yep. Got some wood. Look at all those arrows. All those arrow shafts. Holy crap. Okay, let's grab our other birch out of here. And our feathers out of here. And our maples out of here. I'm going to put all those in here. Along with our arrow shafts. I'm going to set up a travel kit for myself real quick. Let's see here. Okay, so I don't need the metal. Probably need a couple of rabbit hides. Couple deer hides. 4 guts. Make it 5 guts. We're going worst case scenario here. I can leave like 20 cloth here. Okay, I'll leave that torch here. Got the 1 bedroll already down. So everything else, I can leave the fishing book here because I already read that. Leave that here, and the tinder plugs here. Let's leave some matches here too. They don't weigh much, but every little bit at this point helps. And we're coming back here anyway. This will be our base. And we got 36 matches on us, which is more than we'll need. I'll leave a few teas. Leave most of my coffee. Most of my herbal tea, because I have 1 more there and I have 3. If I need more than 3 herbal teas, I'm screwed. And I got 7 more coffees I can cook up, so don't need that. I am going to take the crampons. So I'll swap those out when I need to for the hat. I think we're good on everything else. I got my torches for the cave. Got a book to start a fire with. We're going to grab our bear hide and take that with us. How much water do I got on me? 3 liters. Perfect. All right. Let's go to the barn and hunt a bear. Let's go to the barn and hunt a bear, boys and girls. Unless, of course, we step outside and there's a bear right here. Oh, you know, one thing I do want to grab. There's one other thing I want to grab. Not that I think we'll need it. Our bow is at 70% right now, so I think we'll be fine. But it's probably a good idea to take a maple, to take like 6 arrow shafts, and take like 15 feathers. Just in case. Just in case. We might want to forge a little bit when we're over there. Maybe. Wow, what a gorgeous day it is out today. Corpse over here. That's some good news. Should be able to get a little bit of stuff off the corpse. Maybe. Oh, there it is. I was like, where? I was like looking in the snow outside here, and I was like, where the hell's the corpse? Thought I heard something walking around out here. That's why I crouched down so fast. I was like, I thought I heard like footprints. I thought I heard footsteps in the snow, other than mine. Don't see the bear, which makes me kind of sad. I really was hoping we'd get a bear close to the barn. There's a wolf over there.
Jesus.
Wait, is that the bear? I think that might be... No, that's the tractor. Dang it. Oh, man. Well, hopefully at least we'll get a wolf. It's so funny, whenever you want the bear over here, he's not over here. Whenever you don't want the bear, he is always sitting here by the barn going, hey guys, how's it going? I'm just hanging around the barn, doing my Barney things. Don't run away with my arrow. Damn you, wolf. Come back here. I hope you bounce off that fence, son. Where do you actually think you're going? In lower difficulties, where do you find the free moose satchel? You find the moose satchel up in the up at the smoke signal, Laka. So if you go up to the smoke signal, you'll find the satchel. It will be hanging on a branch. There'll be a branch there by the smoke signal that'll have it hanging on it. It should be right above the place that has the campfire in the backpack. It should be right in that area. Wow, that guy just like jetted. Where are you actually going, Mr. Wolf? Tracking time. Wow. Remember, we shot this wolf by the barn. And he's leading us all the way over here. These are the lengths I'll go through just to get some dinner. And, well, and to get my arrow back. At this point, it's not even about the food, it's about getting my arrow back. Yeah, I guess at least the weather's nice. Oh, he's slowing down. He's slowing down. Yep, he's is that him there? Yep, he's dead on the ice. Get a rabbit, too. Should be able to get a Maglens fire going. Good lord, I'm almost back to the farmhouse again. I walked all the way to the barn just to come all the way back over here. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Just to get some food, well, and to get my arrow. I guess getting the arrow is the most important thing. It truly is. And thank you also, everybody. I know that the stream is going to be wrapping up here pretty quick, but I'd like to thank everybody for your memberships to the channel. I appreciate your support very much. I can't do this without your support, and with the super chats, the super thanks, the memberships, it helps out more than you could ever know. It helps out with the algorithm. It helps out with getting the content out there and visible to more people, and it really does help. And thank you for liking the videos, watching the videos here on YouTube. I really do appreciate it so very much. It's really been an exciting part of this year, seeing the YouTube side grow, and to be able to stream over here and have fun with you guys has just been like amazing. It's very chill over here. It's a different kind of thing over on the Twitch side than it is here for sure. But it's a lot of fun too, and I appreciate y'all being part of it. So, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. And I really do appreciate it a whole heck of a lot. Let's cook up another coffee here as well. We'll grab a little slab of meat. There we go. Yum, yum. All right. Let's put both our pots down. There we go. Take the last little bits of his meaty buys. I don't even care about his guts and his hide. I guess I could take the guts. These will probably get done while I'm taking the guts. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, I forgot I harvest stuff really fast these days. Really fast. Okay. Make a little half-liter of water. Wow, the meat's not even done. I made a half-liter of water and the meat didn't even get done. I was totally expecting that meat to be done. Well, I guess since I'm here, I might as well go up to this place real quick. I was wanting to end it at the barn today. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna end it at the barn today. Damn wolves just did not want to cooperate. Damn wolves did not want to be part of the program. Really, Astrid? Really? I hope you can drop some of your attitude. That'd be kind of nice. Wouldn't it now? Yeah, we're gonna wander over here to the Carter hide, or to the barn. We're gonna zone into the barn. That's where we'll pick up tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I won't have as many technical issues as I did today. We'll be able to get going. We usually get going between 8 and 9. My goal is to get started at 8 tomorrow, like I planned on doing today, before I had a bunch of stuff crash and burn on me this morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning here on YouTube at 8 a.m., which is 11 Eastern. It's 8 Pacific, so it's 11 Eastern. We'll be back here on YouTube. After we get done here, though, we are going to be going over to our Twitch channel. We'll be playing some 7 Days to Die for a couple of days. And then we'll be doing a little bit more of our Marvel Strike Force promotion. We'll be playing some of that for maybe just like an hour. And then at about 4 p.m., we're going to start playing some Stellaris in our Penthulian Union run. So in about 4 hours, we'll be starting that up. And we'll be playing that for about 3 hours or so tonight. And trying to solidify our position where we're at. The weird thing about this Penthulian Union run that's so different from the last run I had is the last run I had neighbors, like, I sort of had an area that was secure, but I had neighbors all around me. It was crazy. In this run, I'm sort of on the galactic east of the map, and I have a neighbor to the south and a neighbor to the galactic west, and then I have like a fallen empire and a marauding empire that's nearby me, and that's all. I mean, there's like hardly any activity going around my area. I've expanded so far, galactic northwest and galactic southeast, that it's crazy how far I've expanded before I really ran into anybody. So it'll be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Let's drop the food here. Let's eat that. Eat that. Drink that. I just want to eat and drink out here because when we zone in, it'll give us a save point, and that way we'll be fully ready to go. There we go. All right. So, again, everyone, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I'll see you again tomorrow morning here on YouTube. If I don't see you before on Twitch this afternoon. If I don't see you before then, go check out some of our other stuff here on YouTube. We got a brand new run, As the Dead Sleep, for 100 days. We just started it up. Brand new run that we just started yesterday, or no, Thursday. We got it uploaded. It's all ready to go. We got our Penthulian Union, Stellaris run up there. All sorts of stuff. We got our 7 Days to Die coming out on a daily basis. So go check out all the good stuff here on YouTube. Amy Lee, how you doing? Bye. Hi, how you doing? Hi and bye. But again, thank you everybody. And if you haven't yet, and you want to help out the channel in a way that just costs you a little bit of time, if you download Marvel Strike Force using my QR code up above, you can download it. If you play it to level 5, you'll get registered with it, and it will help out the channel because I get compensated for a certain number of viewers who actually, you know, haven't played the game before, download it with their mobile device, and play it to level 5, and also play it to level 20, but that takes a little more commitment. So if you can even just play it to level 5, that'd be awesome. So everybody, have a great one, and I will see you all tomorrow, if not earlier on Twitch. Bye.